Hello, everybody, and welcome again, and finally to this year, 2022's Doronai Nui one shot. This year we're calling it Nurai Dawn, and I am Lehari. For everybody who is new to the stream, welcome. This is going to be a one shot, sort of, kind of, set in the Doronai Nui on the island of Nurai, which is going to be in the Spine Islands between the southern continent and the Hip Island Dome. So, before we get into that, though, I have an awful lot of wonderful things to announce from Red Star Games. First and foremost is a formal announcement, everybody here, that the Doronai Nui 0.9.1 is in an open testing and preview stage right now. If anybody wants to attempt to join our current contest called the Great Armory Contest, you can do that by joining our Discord and using some of the new playtest rules that we have out to construct different weapons, pieces of armor, different materials or vehicles, and a few other things, for the chance to win one mask for free from the Red Star Forge paid for by myself. Additional to that, and I just want to kind of add that on while we're talking about the Red Star Forge shop. We currently have a discount going on for a 10-day, and it's available up until tomorrow. You can get anything on our shop for 10% off using the discount code Beware the Balrock, capital B, T, and B. And I'll have somebody type that in the chat here in a moment. And you can get anything that is currently on our shop for 10% off in any amount. Additionally, as of today, we also have the Immoral Suns line, that is the masks that are representing the 2003 Rakshi on our resin shop, available as of right now. And that is also eligible for the 10% discount code if you like. Let's see here. As far as other elements that Red Star Games is working on right now, the Doronai Nui second edition, not an awful lot going on with that right now. But the second edition will be released later on this year. Nothing to show for you right now, but we do have an awful lot of wonderful prototypes that we sold at Brick Fair, Virginia 2022, which I'll be talking about here in a moment. We additionally have Heroes of the Stars version 4 and the upgrade system pack available as of right now, and the link for that will be going out here fairly soon, here in just a moment. I would also like to take a moment to discuss how Brick Fair Virginia went for Red Star Games, just in general, because we all are still a little bit wet behind the ears coming back from that. I know I am, and myself and a couple of the other team members got a little bit of the con crud. I know I have COVID-19, as do a couple of other folks, which is just lovely, but I will continue to do this show because it's one of the things that I enjoy doing every year, and the show must go on. But we brought over 75 pieces in terms of masks and nearly 20 pieces for our prototype miniatures, and we sold them out basically within an hour each single day, which is pretty excellent for every piece that we had out on the table to get at any given time. We also did have an auction in the Slade Child Charity Foundation that went for $175. That was 7 of our masks, 6 of those being the G2 01 Turaga masks that we've put out alongside our Turaga Lee Khan set, where it is a version of his mask from the movies with the little helmet shroud and the Turaga Staff of Office topper. And that was an awful lot of fun. We got bundled in with a first edition of the BIONICLE comic in German and a copy of the How Nuva with the poison green colorations. And all of that together went for, again, 175 to the Slade Child Foundation, which we are over the moon about, because I mean, it was a good con overall. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I think all of us on the team did, despite the amount of crud that we have going with us. But it was an absolutely excellent time. And anybody out there in the audience who might have seen me screaming at you about how awesome BIONICLE is in this year, 2022, y'all the best. Let me see here. What else do we have? And Vahkiti, if you would not mind getting that queued up, we do have one particularly special piece that's going to be coming out here soon, and I'm really proud of it. It's something we've been working on in secret for a very long time, but we have a plague of shadows that we are unleashing upon the world. We are in the process of finalizing and releasing 36 Rakshi spine and staff combinations that were produced in collaboration with Andre Hurley of the Bionicle Archives Museum. And sorry, I'm grievousing it up right now. But the first ones, two of my favorites by a long shot that are going to be coming out, are going to be darkness and shapeshifting, and I think you can sort of tell they're kind of awesome. And these will be available now on the Forge shop, and these are also susceptible to our 10% discount code Beware the Bullrock. So, make sure that I didn't miss anything real fast, because folk would be awfully upset with me if I did, because we just have so many wonderful things. Let's see here. Do. Oh, and at the end of all of this, there will be a raffle for a Forge Shop gift card, which is a thing we can do now. Here at the end of the one shot. So, if you would like to enter into that raffle, then Liam, do we have a specific mechanism for that, or is it just the same as last year, where it's just how much is a little bit of time? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Yep, because I, for once, hit under my time. Because that is the lion's share of all of the wonderful things that we have going on here at Red Star Games this year. Doronai Nui 0.9.1 is going to be a pretty substantiative overhaul. Doronai Nui second edition later this year. Heroes of the Star version 4 out this year, plus all of our awesome new models and work on the miniature prototypes. So if everybody here would like to unmute, that's more or less my piece. And I'll use this little bit as the next 5 minutes while Liam's getting the bot set up as the opportunity for questions.
Sounds good, and I will set that up now. Apparently, MooBot will only allow one giveaway per free account, but I can just repurpose the game show command.
Yeah, come on down.
Gotcha.
I'm going to change the command.
Okay,
Yes.
I see what you're saying. So you can only have it one active at a time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you put the Plague of Shadow thing back up just for the sake of it? Because
Okay.
our background is nice, it's cool, it's sexy. But I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is
look
fun.
at us.
Yeah.
And I can also speak to it a little bit, since I'm one of the primary modelers on that. Yes, all 36. Just to reiterate, all 36 Rakshi spines and stabs will be coming out. They're going to be rolled out. I think it's 2 Rakshi powers a week until we're done.
That is what I heard as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Now, if I may ask a question, or be one of the first to consider asking a question, do you also by chance have Rakshi spines to be sold? Or
but yeah, look at the
spines and stabs.
Yeah.
No, correction. I meant like the shell, not just the spine.
Oh no,
Oh,
we don't do
yeah.
we don't do part recreations very often or at all.
Okay.
Yeah. We've actually spoken to some employees in Lego and asked them, like if we have their blessing to be doing Red Star Games things. And they said basically, yeah, they're totally fine with us as a fan group as long as we don't infringe on their intellectual property, like in specific. So, like, if we want to deal with, like the Bionicle world and universe, whatever, that's not really like stepping on things that they made money and paid people for. It's just kind of fluffy up in the nebulous ether. But like they like paid a guy to design the Lyrox spine. Like that is theirs that they can claim legally and stuff. So they would prefer we don't step on that. And since we like staying on Lego's good side.
Should I go ahead and open the raffle now if it's ready?
Please, by all means.
All right, then the raffle is now ready.
All right.
And I will periodically announce that as we go along, just to make sure everyone is kept up to date on the entry command.
Oh, whoops. It just tells you every time a new entry is added. Whoops.
Oof.
I can fix that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So I ended up accidentally archiving the original raffle or the original command, and then I had to make it from the ground up and forgot there were things we had to turn off.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be a Beaverhouse stream without technical issues.
Naturally. Also, I do not have a quick draw mute button, so everybody's just going to have to deal with the level of coughing that I'm operating on right now. Just consider me the... I'm going to be General Grievousing it up just a little bit, so apologies in advance.
Ugh, I can't remember how to turn this off. It's fine. Also, there you go. I was going to say, Borak, you accidentally misspelled it, but it looks like you got it now, I think.
Yeah, he got it.
All right.
Cool.
Am I allowed to enter?
You are allowed to enter Swert, yes.
I will abstain for sportsmanship purposes.
I will also abstain.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I don't personally care because at this point, I feel like I deserve free good stuff because I cracked my phone screen yesterday.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, no.
never
If anybody, yeah,
Lehari's money, but
right.
And I also spent $30 to go to Emerald City Comic Con next week just to go see Stuart Sager in person to get a comic book signed.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome, Liam.
Thank you. Side note, I did not realize that I connected the 810 Discord server to Teespring, and it announces whenever someone buys something. So I guess thank you to Anonymous for buying 2 of the t-shirts.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
I guess the game show prizes this year are going to pay for themselves.
I'm happy for that.
Do you
Please.
have a link to that?
Oh,
by
Footloose
chance?
actually.
Sure do.
It was Footloose. He said it in general.
Oh, well, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Let me grab that link for you and just toss it in the, I guess, voice to text. Yeah, there we are.
Sounds funky fresh. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I would get the clean version over the printed version myself.
I put a lot of work into the printed version.
I know you did. I feel awkward wearing that much detail on something. I also feel awkward wearing my signature on something.
Well, the signed one isn't for sale. It's just the prize for the show.
I meant last year's.
Well.
That's fine.
All right, Jen's vamp for like 2 seconds. I'm going to go grab the coffee and the medicine I ordered real fast.
Sounds
Absolutely.
good.
do we
think
need to
can-
I could
do?
probably use some of that right about now.
Hell yeah.
Do we need to do like formal introductions? I know our names really aren't up on the screen, but
When we get into the actual, which I think we can switch over now to that screen, correct?
I guess we could,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let us do that then. And
All right.
here we are.
Very nice.
Still updating for me.
yeah,
There it is.
you would think they would have figured out the latency by now.
There we go.
There's
Fantastic.
some good latency issue.
I mean, in fairness, I did turn off low latency mode yesterday because some people were having trouble watching the stream, and I thought that might help.
Right.
Sweet coffee, thank fuck.
So,
Yeah, the raffle is going to go, I believe, until the end of the one-shot, pretty much, so...
yeah.
Huh?
Yep. And
Strap
originally,
in and enjoy. Hopefully we perform.
originally the end time was going to be like 11 o'clock, but since I now have the COVID, I don't have to go to work tonight. So
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Good.
go until we drop.
Well, I've got a
enough.
hard out in like 4 hours. Period. Stop. So,
We're gonna go until Swert drops.
Yeah. So the fun thing about this is I've been working on this game for nearly 5 years, and I think this is the first time I've actually sat in a voice call and like played it. So we'll see how this goes.
Awesome. Hey, I know that feeling. First time we did Quest of the Mass, and then I started building it. I'm like, wait, this is weird. I'm actually playing what I built.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. It's a cool feeling, no?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm going to give everybody the same spiel that I gave you guys.
All right.
This year, the one shot is going to be taking place on the island of Nurai, which is especially an especially pretty island in the Gateway, or the Spine Island chain between the southern continent and Karapar's former realm of Hokori in the southern dome/Hip Islands. The team here is going to be a crew, either as part of the deck crew or the mercenary crew, on a Beastren trade galley that was sent on an expedition by an Agafi trade prince to appraise the shocking new growths of plants on the island, which may contain organic compounds useful for sale. The ship's name is the Cobalt Arquebus, captained under the distinguished rogue Torak E. Bisrazi. He cares little for any of you, and he's been holed up in his cabin for most of the trip from Balrafi, and has even said that Tino Nui seems like kind of a barnacle. You'll not be seeing the maps or the rolls, because I totally forgot to make a map this year.
That is fine.
Excellent.
I was responding to Harlem 333 in the chat, by the way.
Don't worry about the map. Just focus on the bouncing monkey.
Just focus on the bouncing monkey and my words. Everything is completely made up and nothing matters anyway, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Provided that I can survive this.
Understandable. Yes? Did we want to do introductions?
Yes, and as a note, nobody here is on the deck crew, so that... you are all mercenaries, just as a note, because I did mention deck crew, but yeah, that didn't wind up happening.
Excellent.
Right.
That makes
I
sense.
do not think my character would be much of a deck crew person, so that makes sense. Anyway.
No.
Sure thing, and we'll go in order as we appear in the voice chat, so Sigma, if you would not mind.
Cool. All right. Hello again, everybody on the stream. Good to see we have so many people this year. It's a relief to be here. But yeah, I am Sigma, member of Red Star Games. I am co-director of lore over here. It is my job to help fill in the gaps that Greg Farshty left in the Matoran universe. And this island of Nurai that we'll be exploring is mostly my idea, along with that of my most estimable partner, Wolk, and the infernal diabolical mind of Lehari. So yeah, we'll be exploring, and I hope that I won't die.
We're kind of hoping nobody else dies too at this rate.
No promises.
Yeah, but
I feel like if anyone's gonna die, we're gonna die in real life first.
Yeah. Lehari, is this campaign running on Matrix rules?
This campaign is running on whatever I say it's running on. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
If you die, you die.
Fair enough.
So what you're saying is we're going to start with scenes from a hat.
Yeah.
All right, who's going next?
That'll be Swert.
I guess that's me. I am Swert. I think I if you don't know who I am at this point, you're never going to learn. That's all I'm going to say.
Cheated much.
Hey,
Accurate, though.
like, okay,
How dare you
I am
not know me?
okay.
I
Okay,
turned up my
fine.
nose
I
at
will.
me.
I will explain exactly who I am. I have been in this community since 2003. I am the owner of BSL1. I am the co-founder of Bionicle Day. I am the co-planner of Bionicle Day. I've been doing everything for the past 15 years. Give me a break.
No.
I'm also probably the healthiest person in this entire call right now.
I resent that
Most
remark.
likely.
I resemble that remark. I may or may not have COVID.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, we introduced Sigma the player. We did not introduce Kofoy. Please
That was
yeah.
kind of what I was. That was what I was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyways, if we're doing that, so my character's name is Kofoy, Toa of Sonics. He was taught by the legendary, I was taught by the legendary Turaga Taiko of the Islands of the Four Sisters, an island that focuses on the mystical martial arts side of the Toa lifestyle. And I've currently just graduated from my monastic training and been sent out into the world to accomplish a feat of great heroics before I can come back and assume the title of master of my my monastery.
Or else.
So let's go, boy. Sorry?
Or else.
Or else, yeah. But, you know.
All right. I'll introduce Swert Master then. I am a Toa journeyman. I am mostly chaotic good. Mostly. I've been partnered with Tino Nui for many a year. We are just two guys ruining the planet.
Here, I got something to go on screen for that. There you go.
Oh no.
Tino, my
I think
friend,
this-
are you all right? Here, let me help you to your feet. I fisted hard, Swert, but I could not fist them all.
That summarizes us in a nutshell.
Pretty much. That is shockingly accurate.
Yeah. We have been doing this for many a campaign, and we also successfully we successfully defeated a boss in our first major encounter.
By just dropping Tino from the sky.
All I did was put a gravity launcher underneath Tino, and I shot him up, and it's like, so what next? He knows what to do. But what does he do? He knows what to do. What does he do? He activates his gravity hammer, goes big, and one-shots the boss.
Just so that way
And
everybody
doesn't
is
die.
on the level, by the way, Swert Mastra is a toe of gravity, if just so that way everybody knows how he is capable of doing that.
and I'm a total gravity. With a Calyx, so good luck hitting me.
Yep. Calyx in the shape of the Evoki, by the way, for anybody who's paying attention to the little dealy boppers down on the bottom of the screen.
Yes. Oh, and I've got a little eyepiece that tells me what the environment looks like if I've scanned it.
Indeed. Liam.
There's my introduction.
Tino to OP.
I am Liam, also known as Vahkiti. I am one of the many admins now of Massive Destiny and Biomedia Project. I founded Lightstone Studios, and I am the also co-coordinator of Bionicle Day. And tonight I am playing Doronai Nui, the Toa of Beag, once again. And just reading a little off from his old biography, he is a Titan-class Toa of Earth with a Kanoia Y, a glorious golden beard, 3 horns, and retractable sunglasses. Bakari armor made of Exo Toa, and a Garai... Do we still have the Garai Warhammer? It's still a Warhammer.
I think it's still a Warhammer.
Yeah. Doronai Nui hails from the Trencrom Peninsula, where he spends his free time suplexing manas as a light workout. Turagaduma once banished him from Metru Nui for using a knowledge tower as a battering ram to drive off a rampaging Nui Jaga. And we haven't gotten to this point yet in the campaign, but his life's goal is to get to Ninra, buy a shrink gauntlet or a collar, I thought that might work recently too, and capture a tiny pet Kagarak that he will use in conjunction with his Mask of Rahi control to summon the Zevon as his battle steed. Either that, or it will eat his lunch and shit on his Suva, depends on the persuasion roll.
Hey,
You know, it's funny that you bring that up. We were actually talking about Zevon in a similar context a couple days ago.
We'll do it
I'm
later.
listening.
We're doing
You know
it
what?
later.
You know
We're
what?
not.
Yeah, other things.
I got a meme for this too. Come on, just a short trip. It's fine.
Huh. Huh. Huh.
Anyways, Tino has, as you know, been working with Swert for many years and was also taught in the ways of Beag many, many years ago by Petrus's character, who you will hear more about now.
Okay. Yeah, so my name's Petrus. I'm not sure how many people here are familiar with me, but to recap, I'm one of the primary 3D modelers and mechanical devs over at RSG, and I'm also currently serving as our PR director. And today I will be playing Viruk, the Visotai of Light. I have ascended. And yes, I used to teach Tino in the ways of Beag.
Want to run people down what a Visatai is?
Sure. If you're familiar with Brutaka, I am the same species as him, and harken kind of back to the old warrior scholars of old, traveling the world looking for knowledge, that sort of thing.
Cool.
So while that was happening, I was clicking around a little bit, and I actually forgot to mention something incredibly important.
Oh yeah?
Mhm.
The Great Armory contest that RSG is running is actually going to be extended until the 18th. Yesterday was supposed to be the last day, but I'm tired. Brickfair kicked my butt. I'm real tired right now, and I frankly don't want to deal with trying to do anything related to processing entries, so I'm going to give everybody an extra week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm still recovering from it myself.
Join our Discord and make a thing and get the opportunity to get free stuff.
Yeah.
There are 6 free masks on the market. Go for it. It's so easy. All you have to do is read a book.
To explain, we have a contest going on our Discord server, the Red Star Games, in the light of the Red Star. That's the server name. Yeah. Where if you make a custom weapon in the Doronai Nui system, like by assembling it with different game mechanics, not like necessarily a mock. Then you enter into the running, and if Lehari likes your weapon the best, then you could win our masks, which are very nice. That is a prize for you.
Any item, actually.
Oh, any item, yeah. We also do weapons, some armor pieces, and as you just saw, we do Rock spines now.
Well, both you can get, I guess, a mask it for your prize as well, but there are 6 categories for items that you can make. Weapons, armor, I think we didn't do powers this time around, did we? I
We didn't do powers. I think we do vehicles?
We did vehicles, we did materials, and then we did 2 others that are escaping me off the top of my head.
They're there. You'll figure it out.
Items.
In conjunction with the discount that's going on right now, the gift cards we're giving out today will go a lot further.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, engage. Give content, click, or whatever people survive on in these days. So, yeah, that is everybody. Petrus, I'm noticing that your mask is a little goofy. Is that what did we call that again?
That's the Runai. I may have made some modifications to it for this character.
Ah, right. And yes, Harlan, yes, it is in fact Makuti.
Yeah.
Yes. I am Makuti, the Bionic Man.
Hi, what's up, Doc?
A little too long on that one.
That's just his battle cry.
Actually, you know what? Fun fact: in 2nd edition, anyways, of the language, Makuta does actually mean lesser spirit of knowledge. So calling yourself Makuti as a Visotai actually makes sense. So calling yourself Makuti, the Bionic Man, tracks for your character. You can definitely do that.
I don't have any prosthetics.
Oh well.
Maybe I will by the end of this. Let's go ahead and get started. We've been in this for...
Yep, I was just about to do that. So,
hey, right
unless there are any final bits here, we shall begin.
I will. Everybody's going to have to drag me kicking and screaming through this thing because I barely remember how to play this game from last year.
Roll the dice when I tell you to roll the dice. There you go.
That is all I need to know.
You got 2.5 developers here. Sure. We'll figure it out.
I've got a D20 in my hand.
But okay. Oh, no, I have dice too, but like, it would be better to roll in the Discord so that Lehari.
Yeah, 2020 rollers, please, is going to be the chat.
I'm gonna do a roll here just to give us some good luck. Okay.
All right, we got a 14 out of 20. Let's go.
10 out of 20, not bad from Swert. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you roll all the luck out of your dice because this is going to be a lot funnier.
Rain them out.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
I mean,
so
fine. I'll try.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
And we begin, as we always do, in medias res. The Cobalt Arquebus is plying the oceans of the Gateway Islands, and the weather, all things considered, is fairly calm. Although the seas are rocking a little bit hard and a little bit shaky. It is nighttime right now, and you can pass by close enough to most of the other islands and islets along the way to, at times, hear some of the villages close to the water going about their daily tasks, going about their rites of life. Until...
Fair enough. Oh no.
You hear a cawing of birds. Caw-caw, motherfuckers. Caw-caw.
All right, I would like to roll a big fat perception roll to see if I can see these birds.
Okay.
All right.
For those of you out there in the audience, as far as my GMing style is concerned, asking to make a roll is usually a bad idea, but I let Sigma do it anyways because I like Sigma, and anytime the Sigma wants something, I'll do it.
Okay. How would you prefer I do it?
Well, you can just ask to look up and
Okay.
try to identify the birds, because you can see the birds.
That is fair. Okay. Yeah, can I look up and see
You
the
can.
bird?
Your neck is, in fact, still working
What?
properly.
What?
I know.
My God, I thought it was welded shut in the Skakti Wars, and I couldn't turn it, but this is a miracle.
I can
Yeah,
fix that
yeah,
for
it's
you.
fine.
Listen,
They had
thanks for
spinal
mentioning
fusion
the-
surgery.
Thanks for mentioning the Skakti Wars. Now I have to write that.
No, it's,
It's
I
not
still
canon
want-
yet.
Lahari,
see
we
one
already
mentioning
have
the
the
Civil
Skakti
War.
Wars. Larry, we already have the Skakti Wars in our lore. It's part of that thing I made up as part of the 60,000 years.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, yeah, you look up and you see gigantic dark-colored birds that appear to have arms and legs in addition to their wings, and they've got very stunted
Wonderful.
heads.
I see.
They hardly have any fucking neck.
Okay.
Frankly, they just look so punchable.
Okay, so they're definitely Kofaturi. Would Kofoi know this, or would I have to, like...
Their species is pretty much only endemic to this region or in the Agafe like trade network or slavery networks, and those don't really reach up to Kalma's former land. So give me a what would be a good check for that? Give me a just give me a generic society roll.
Get a load of this society.
Yeah.
If I
You could almost
I
say
might,
we live in one.
Alright.
Petrus, you were saying something?
I might actually have this one covered.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead
I mean,
and
I am proficient in society myself.
I was gonna pop the
well.
the Runai just to use it, but
Yeah, no, you go ahead.
let's see.
I mean, Viruk is also pretty worldly, especially compared to Kofoi, so Viruk
Yeah,
does actually kind of know what these things are.
cool.
Like, just off the rip.
and they would be.
They're Turius. Miners.
Oh, that's so much worse. Okay.
When you said they were ugly, I immediately jumped to Kofaturi. Sorry, Kef, I know you're in the chat. I was reading the room.
Well, we
I
thought
guess
we were dealing
would-
with birds and we got vampires, so it's, not the trade-off I was looking for. But
Wait a
all
minute,
right.
Hold on, did Petrus and I just actually do the same accidental thing? We both of us said, all three of us said Kofaturi. I meant to say Aturius. Miners.
Yes, that's what you said.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with
So just brief pause to catch everybody up. We are speaking RSG speak. We have named every species in the Bionicle universe. Kofaturi, which these birds are not, is Airwatcher's species. And Aturius, which these birds are, is the species of Vanisher, Dweller, and Vengeance. So there you go.
So
and
that's
they are,
important.
and they're little asshole psionic vampires.
Yes, we made them into little assholes, Bionic vampires.
Let me ask this: would Tino and I know of them at all because of our travels?
Yeah, you guys did serve for a period of time in the Southern Continent Theater during the prosecution, so you would have actually been familiar with both Aturius Minors and Aturius Majors because there were some featured in that conflict. So, because of the level of shenanigans that comes with psionics, because again these things are psionically capable, you're fairly wary of them, and seeing them in such large numbers definitely puts Tino and Swert a little bit on edge.
Tino was already sick, but now Tino is even sicker at this sight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree with that, buddy. I agree.
Mhm.
My friend. I keep forgetting my character. It's like, yes, my friend. Not my buddy, my friend.
Ah.
Is he your buddy guy?
Tino
Yeah.
is my friend.
Ow.
We have served many years.
By the way, for the sake of you two and for the sake of chat, this is around about the 4th century of Tino and Swert working together.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, that. So there are some Kofaturi flying near the coast. You guys have just rounded the southwestern tip of their native island of Tevan.
Wonderful.
And yeah, it's a little bit it's nice and verdant, and you were able to hear a couple of the minor Matoran and Algathi villages along the western coast as you passed it.
Yeah.
We'll say you're roughly 3 kilometers southwest of Tevon at this time. So, would you guys like to do anything while you were on the boat?
I mean, you said we can hear them, but not really far. We're not close enough to be able to interpret what they're saying, right?
You were at one point, but it was mostly just standard, slavery stuff because Algathi
I'm
bastards.
going to make a dumb suggestion. It's just random chatter, not anything plot related, perhaps?
Yeah, no, it's nothing terribly interesting to you guys.
I was going to say...
Yeah.
Okay,
I was going to say, can I roll for perception?
But
No. You guys are. Your ship is flying a couple of flags that let anybody in the former areas, the areas that were used to be ruled by Mantax, knowing that you are under the protection of one of the Algathi merchant princes, and Tevon is still pretty heavily subjugated by Algathi in general. So nobody there has, nobody on the coast anyway, had any reason to fuck with you.
Privilege.
Yay!
You have a letter of marque, so to speak.
Tino, our reputation precedes us.
Speaking of reputation, Kofoy walks up to the abnormally large purple and black toa in front of him. He says, "Excuse me, I think I read on the sheet that I was signing up with the legendary Tino and Swert. Is that right? Are you those two guys?"
It would be none other, yes.
Well, great spirit. I mean, when I was training in the Four Sisters, I mean, we were all trying to be, just like the legendary Tino and Swert. So it's great to meet you guys in person.
Now, when you say
I love passing on the glories of being big.
Kofoy looks at himself. His body is like decidedly normal and not of the Onua G2 variety.
yes.
Sometimes it is as good to be big in spirit as it is in form.
Indeed.
Kofoy,
I was going to say, indeed, for I myself may not be as big as Tino, but in truth, we can have the same spirit.
Oh, I see.
Don't I outweigh both of you?
Probably.
We're ignoring that.
So Varuk, would you say you are out and about on the deck right now?
I'm sizing you up right now.
Okay. Well, Kofoy will wave you over. He's a tiny bit naive. He'll say, "Hey, you there? Aren't you on this assignment with us? Come fraternize, come socialize."
Okay, I'm gonna just hover on over there.
All right. Are you literally hovering, or
Yes,
just
I
No.
have a hover speed.
I'm
Oh, shit.
literally just reclining against my gravity fang, just propped up again like a...
I thought you were
lawn
going to be
chair.
like, you've removed your own gravity and you're doing like the Silver the Hedgehog victory pose.
No,
Yeah,
I've just got my hands
sitting there.
folded behind my back, and I'm just kind of
Yeah.
approaching.
Like, I'm just maxing relaxing. That's all I'm going to be doing right now.
all cool? You'd say?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, that's the inspiration.
Fair enough. So Kofoy's a little taken aback. He says, "Sorry, I'm not from your side of the universe, but do your species usually hover like that?"
No,
Okay.
and he just doesn't follow up.
Would you like to explain why that is?
Sure, let me go dig into my character sheet here.
I'm sure that's
Oh, boy.
I'm sure that's what your character would say. Yeah, go on.
Well, I mean, the most impressive thing of this character that you would probably notice right away is that my legs seem to be coated in this extremely dark substance, and the ground
Interesting.
seems to shake around me as I approach, just naturally.
All right. Kofoy reaches for his weapon, which is a firearm called the Harmonizer. By the way, reaches for it slightly. Says, sorry, you have this kind of dark energy going on there. You wouldn't happen to be a Makuta, would you? I know they're large and they can take different shapes.
I pull one of my hands from behind my back, and I just kind of cup a ball of light in it. And look at him.
Oh, so you must be one of the sages from the island of Versuva, if you've managed to cultivate that amount of light energy.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Huh.
Good enough for me. What about you, Tino?
I am always happy to travel with my mentor.
Oh,
I like this one.
this is actually news to me.
Oh, yes, we go way back, don't we?
Well, you thought that he
And
just
might I say,
came
you
out like
are
that,
looking
or-
especially big since the last time I saw you.
God.
We just need, okay, out of character, we need art of Tino and Varuk just kind of lifting
Just
weights.
doing like JoJo poses,
yeah, and that
yeah.
too.
like the Pillar Men.
All right, back in.
All right.
This is very awkward, Tino.
Indeed. So,
This wasn't
I'll tell you
my-
what.
It wasn't my turn to say words.
You're just the side chick.
If you guys are content with coking and joking,
Absolutely.
good.
I mean, you see the people you have in the chat here. Of course we are.
This is true. However, Captain Torak comes out of his cabin, sort of in a rush. And you heard a little bit of clanging, a little bit of clattering just before he did. And he looks up into the sky at all of those Aturius that are flying a conspicuous distance away from their home island.
Oh, interesting.
Okay,
Can I
that's
look
fair.
with my eyeballs at them?
You may.
My visual receptors, I guess. All right. I'm doing that. Is there any
They're flying.
kind of unique visual stimulus that's coming into my brain crystal, or am I just kind of rotating my head for shits and giggles?
You notice that they happen to be circling your vessel.
Oh, that's not good.
So they are.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
He's
All
right,
at
I-
a massive disadvantage here because if he gets big, he's gonna sink the ship.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take out my pistol, and then I'd like to see if I can get the captain's attention. Is that something I could do?
You can.
That's certainly a way to do it.
Yeah. So I
You
want
have to get down. Bang.
No. I mean, I want to like walk up to him and speak, and I want to say like, "Hey, I thought we were flying, the flag of protection. What do you know what these bird people could want with us?"
Turn too smartly! Shit's about to get real!
Are you speaking Elgafi? What?
What? Yeah, you kind of went
Oh,
crusty on us there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Everybody turn too smartly! Shit's about to get fucking real!
There we go.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Well,
he
that's
starts giving
the
orders to
language
his crew.
we're gonna
He starts
say.
running towards the bow of the ship, giving hand signals and gestures and shouting at the top of his lungs. You! Get on the gunner now! Button down the fucking everything! We need to make sure we are watertight! Everybody who's not of immediate combat imperative, get below decks right this minute! You! Toa! Falas! Let's move! Up to the
All
poop
right.
deck!
I guess we're of
You
combat
don't
imperative.
have to tell me
Yep.
twice.
I guess that's both of us, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Toa and Falas was the three of you plus Baruch, so...
I do
got it.
not like that tone.
And I don't like the fact that we're about to get ripped apart by forces unseen. Now, please, if you would not mind, your enlightened Visotinus, please get the fuck where I told you to be.
You better be careful, brother. He's going to call you a barnacle next.
He shoots
Alright.
a withering gaze at Tino, and just moves to the top weather deck in the rear, or in the aft of the ship.
Fair enough.
So-
Kokoi has spent the last 1,000 years being ordered around by a small man with a stick, so he's just kind of used to it. Just kind of walks over to the nearest battle station-like area.
Oh, Torak is a Dakini, by the way.
Oh.
Well then,
Do we really?
yeah. I mean,
Let's
that
just sink
doesn't
the
really
ship.
change things.
I mean, he's taller than the well, 2 of the total, anyways.
Yeah. No,
Right. But like, if you're used to
we're
taking
rolling
orders
for
from a short
initiative
guy
here.
with a stick, taking orders from a Bikini, which for the audience is Sidorex species, would be a little easier as well.
So I thought I wrote that down, and it turns out he did not. But I guess
Hey.
I thought the context clues of calling him from Beastra would have. Anyways. Anyway, so yeah, Torak gets up on the the aft weather deck of the ship and starts gesturing at the island. So, I have a confession to make. Most of you are here under false fucking pretenses. We are
I
here
was
to do.
suspicious when you said we were collecting plants. Go on.
Well, you see, that is actually partly what we are doing. However, the initial survey that we sent about 3 years ago seemed to have indicated that these plants are intelligent to some degree and massively psychoreactive.
Oh.
That's basically all I know. I don't know.
Once. It was not pleasant.
I was there.
He looks at you like you've got 3 fucking heads. But he just continues. You know what? I've seen stranger things. But basically, the only thing that the prince let me know is that these plants have some measure of significance to the Aturius from the island of Tevan. And I was under the impression that we managed to get by it once we passed the crest of the island without any real problems. Then an augury crystal that I was given by the prince started to flash a warning about 5 minutes ago. It would appear that we are about to be raided by a massive swarm of the fuckers.
Do not
I
like
assume
this.
they want something with these plants.
They want us to not be touching them.
I see.
Well, we will have to see about that as soon as we're not dead.
You all start to see a light in the distance coming from Tevan.
All right.
I
I'd
have a
like to-
feeling that's not good.
Can I
No.
bask in it?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
definitely the operative. That's definitely the operative verb to be using there. Just a really good stuff.
Bask, bake, whichever one.
Hmm.
So, yeah, you all see a light in the distance, and Torak just sort of stops talking.
Swart's my brother.
Ooh.
Scan that thing.
All right. Can I scan it with my earpiece or eyepiece?
I'd like to use the Runai on it as well.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
also pretty good at perception, if that helps.
Remind me what the scanner actually, what the
Oh.
effect was.
You know what? I bet it won't help us right now because where is my inventory? No, that doesn't help me there. Where is it? It was in here at one point. Maybe it's under the notes here. No. I used to have an eyepiece that was perfectly for scanning, but I don't see it in my notes anymore.
I never noticed anything in your sheet when I got it.
Cool.
I will tell you what. Wasn't it some type of like a geo tracker or something?
Yeah, probably was.
Then yeah, it's not really gonna. You
Well-
cannot scan its power level.
All right, I'll change my mind. Can I use my perception to kind of look out at it, see if I identify
Yeah,
it?
you may, and Petrus, you can use the
All right.
Runai on it. Let me double check.
So I've got a 10 on my total there. So what am I? Just D20 plus 10 or?
Yeah.
16 or 26.
16?
Sorry.
Actually,
26.
I kind of wonder if Tino would be able to get a better look at it because of his sunglasses. Like what's inside the ball of light.
Tino, you may roll with advantage.
Okay, am I just rolling? What am I rolling here?
Well, your perception.
Yeah, roll your perception twice, and then take the higher of the two.
So
Let me find that.
D20 plus whatever your
I
perception
rolled
is. It's
the-
under
I
wisdom.
rolled the total?
Yes, the total number.
Okay. So, 1d20 plus that.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah, and then do
Swert,
it.
you
do
don't
it
see
twice.
much.
And I roll twice?
Yes, and then take the higher of the two.
At
16
29.
it is.
Well, and keep in
Uh,
mind, I rolled a 26, not a 16.
No, your highest was 29, and yes, I know Swert.
All right.
you're ways away. Like it was
Alright,
it was going to be a
29,
difficult
yeah.
thing in the first place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just rolled 8 successes with the Runai, which means that I'd have 8 points to spend. So what am I looking at?
You and Tino can kind of just barely make this out, but Varuk, especially with his light affiliation, is capable of seeing that this is not actual natural light.
Oh,
It
dear.
is a massive psionic corona. And Tino can kind of see a figure standing in the center of it, and Varuk absolutely can. Although the details of it are obscured both by distance and by the sheer amount of power that is being pumped out of the being at the center of the corona.
They did not cover this in the simulations.
God, it's SCP-3812.
Is it too late to turn around?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Can I kill the captain?
If you want.
I almost have a better idea. My secondary mass right now is my, well, you already know what my second mask is, of course. Lehari. But my secondary Kanohi is a. Oh, where is it in the notes? It should be right there. Please tell me it's actually in the notes.
Did you
I
let
guess
Petrus know whenever he built your sheet?
I thought I told him that I was getting one.
Oh yeah, so speaking of things like that, I should probably mention that Tino's weapon was renamed from last year. The Fist of Tino Nui is now the Nagumi Chungus, which is Swahili for painful fist.
My secondary is
Thought
supposed
I'd
to be a
throw that
Kowalski, by the way. It's not on my list, but it's supposed to.
Swert and I discussed that. That's fine.
That's not a big deal.
That's 500 feet of teleport range, by the way, and you are currently several kilometers off the coast of anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I would just end up. I mean, I could also just activate my hover pack that's built into my armor. That's there.
You can. Although while you're contemplating this, you notice the source of the light seems to be rising.
Okay, so
Don't like
whatever
that.
It's SCP-3812.
I don't know what that is. I'm not. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge
It's
of
like a
SCPs.
super. It's basically just like a super psionic reality bender.
Could be wronger. Although you notice that it's starting to turn a conspicuous shade of blue.
Yes.
Can I shoot it?
Yes, Automod. I will allow the term fisting tonight.
Sigma, you may attempt to shoot at it. However, it's still around about 2.5 kilometers away, so disadvantage 2 on the to roll. On the 2 hit.
You know what? The fact that you managed to give me a try makes me want to just... I don't know. I'm going to put this one up to the team. Should I shoot it?
How much ammo do you got?
I'm not
7
sure.
magazines worth.
He's got
Yeah,
what?
I also have my Micro Kanoka pistol with teleport discs.
No. How much ammo do you have, Kofoy?
Me personally, I say, stalling to hide the fact that I'm clicking furiously.
I did go for
have-
7 magazines.
7 mags? Oh, okay. You should be fine to waste a couple for dramatic effect.
Tino
Cool.
thinks the shooting right thing may just piss it off.
Yes.
I do agree. I think we could probably take it on when it gets here, but that is a lot of power coming after us.
You all start to notice that the horizon of the water seems to be rising a little bit.
Like,
I don't like
did
this.
one of the Arturius poke a hole in the boat, or is it?
So Torak turns around and says, "Oi, bosun! Are we sinking? What's going?" And then he looks over the aft edge of the deck, and he realizes that the water is starting to curve.
Huh?
Oh,
Water is
so
starting
he's
to
pulling
curve.
up the ocean. Great.
Oh dear.
Oh,
And
no.
after another few moments, it's readily apparent that there are 2 walls of water on the port and starboard of the ship. Although
Oh, go ahead.
they don't appear to be doing too terribly much in the way of trying to bring that water to you yet.
You know what? I'm almost wondering. Can I try to lift the boat out of the water?
I was about to suggest that. You might be able to do something too with the gravity.
Yeah.
How much EE do you have?
A lot.
Yeah, on my... Where am I looking at again?
Should be on your third page.
Or your first
Yeah.
page.
I have 102 on my elemental energy.
That there is another option, potentially. How deep is the ocean here?
It's anywhere between around about 800 meters to 7 kilometers.
Yeah, we're not.
So are we talking-
We're not
close enough
making
to
that.
shore. We're not close enough to shore that a big Tino could just like walk everyone from the boat.
No, you'll
Correct.
drown just like the rest of us.
Unless I
He'll drown
make
harder.
him buoyant.
So, I'll tell you what.
Everyone flies on
can-
Tino's back like the fucking Iron Giant.
You can suspend the ship from sinking further,
Okay.
and you'll even get a little bit of height on it because of the water pushing back on a now gravityless vessel. But
Okay.
you won't be able to move forward or backwards unless somebody else can come up with some reason for you to be able to do so.
All right. How
Right.
much energy am I using on this then?
I will give it to you for 45.
All right, 45, so 102. Hang on, I gotta start writing down notes. 102
Yeah, I've got a
45,
calculator by my side for this.
puts me at 57. So that's what I've got written down for my current EE.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I
Okay.
guess I'm lifting the boat out of the water a little bit, keep us
Okay.
from going any further.
But we also can't push forward.
No, I can't push forward. Either one of you can figure out something.
Tino has suggestion.
I might have a way to do this.
I think I know what Tino
I do have one question first, though. Is this a sailboat?
I mean, not in that it is a small boat. It is a 3-master, so it's
But
fairly
it's
large.
propelled by sails.
It has an outboard motor just in case, but yes.
So what you're saying is, Kofoy could use sound waves to generate momentum.
Possibly.
Given
what-
everything else that sound can do, the answer is probably yes.
All right.
There you go.
I can assist with this. I'm gonna throw myself over the edge and get to the back of the boat.
Start
All right.
kicking.
Yes, exactly.
So, how should I parse this in terms of what to spend EE on? Like, is this a bolt? Is this an elemental item?
It
I
is functionally a blast, but we're going to call it telekinetic manipulation. I'll give it to you for 30 yourself.
All right. Let me check how much I have. 132. You know what? Sure. All right.
Basically, you would step to the very aft of the vessel and clap your hands, and that makes enough sound waves in the opposite direction to push you forward at a decent speed.
Is
Sounds
there
fantastic.
anything at the back of the boat that I can grab onto?
Yeah, I mean, there's greebles and such on the back, designs and a couple of winches and
Okay.
lights and so forth.
While Kofoy is doing that, I'm just gonna plunge my hands in as deep as I can to just hold on, and I'm just gonna start kicking.
Tino will also help with his beak mode.
Okay, Varuk can pull this off because he has a hover speed.
okay.
You are going to fall into the water and sink and die.
No, I
Yay.
can pull this off because my weapon does force damage. So
Oh, yeah, you're
I'm just
gravity,
gonna
you're
I'm
gravity
just gonna
hammering it,
start.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just fucking sending it.
In that case, what if Tino created a waterproof earth cocoon around the deck of the boat so that water can't get in if they try to topple the walls on us?
Well, that might increase our weight, so you might want to
Yeah,
hold off
please
on that.
don't.
You guys hear a horrible high-pitched screeching noise as the boat sort of pulls itself up out of the water because it's being pushed up because there's no force bringing it down.
Right.
And between the Halo 3 gravity hammer shenanigans and the sound waves, you guys managed to roughly maintain the speed that you were going at in the water in the air.
Cool.
Swert, however, you're going to have to do this.
Play
You're
the
gonna have
Bowser's airship, please.
to maintain this. Swert is maintaining this just as a matter of focus. So if Swert is messed with at all while you guys are in the air, then he's going to have to make a concentration check. And if he fails, you're going back in the water and not necessarily all in one piece.
All right, defend
Oh boy.
Swert.
So, what would the concentration be under? Is that Constitution?
It would be
yeah,
focus. Their
one-
focus checks.
Yeah,
Focus?
focus.
Oh, I have nothing in my focus, so it's going to be a
Not shocked.
on standard D20.
What's your constitution?
10.
Yeah, no, you're screwed.
So yeah, prevent the little fragile Swert man from getting beat up.
Yes.
Yeah, let's.
He's got a mission objective over his head.
I mean, does it help that I'm proficient in fortitude and will and reflex? Does that help me a little?
Nope, not at all.
Joy. Please don't.
It fucks you,
I
nerd.
assume we're still being circled by the bird people.
You are.
Do
Yeah.
those count as Rahi?
No.
No. They're sentient. They are Orochi.
They are people.
And unfortunately, because I am focusing all my energy on lifting this thing, I can't even protect myself.
Correct. That's why you have Tino. He is big meat boy.
Tino, I have a suggestion, though I don't know how I can convey it to you.
Yes, brother.
You can still speak while you're concentrating.
Cover me.
Like, literally or figuratively?
Yes. I literally
Okay,
want you.
I put an
literally
earth
want you.
cocoon around Swert specifically.
Yep, I want an earth dome, just an earth dome over me to get me out of sight.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Leave a little hole for breathing, and that's all I want.
I will tell you what, because these things are going to be reworked a little bit at some point. Area effect. We will go with that's casting an intervention around him. So that is 2. So that's going to be 8. 8 EE. And the practical effect there is that Swert now gets +3 to AC.
Okay.
All right, so
So while you guys are setting all of this up, this happens in all of maybe 10 seconds. I'm assuming Varuk is still hanging off the ass of the ship, yes?
Yes, of course.
The 2 massive walls of water, slower than they could, but faster than anybody is really expecting, attempt to close around the ship as it comes up from the water. I'm going to need Varuk specifically to give me a reflex save.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And actually, Kofoy with advantage 1, please.
Reflex, you said?
Yes.
Sure.
Oh.
oh, that hurts.
That's not great.
For
Womp.
those in chat, that was
Womp.
12.
Yeah, that's not going to be good.
That was also a 12, but now that's an 18. It's slightly better.
All right, Kofoy
Yeah.
is a little bit wobbly, but manages to get his feet under him.
Cool.
Varuk is hanging on by his fucking pinky on the back of the ship, and is going to be taking 3 bludgeoning damage from the wall of water hitting him in the fucking face, and also he has a small little crab boy on his shoulder because of the water displacement.
I will do nothing about that.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way, so I'm
I
currently
like
at
him
21.
right where he is.
You said I have 3 more for that?
You have 3 AC. That is to say, your armor class is increased by 3 thanks to Tino's assistance.
Okay, so I'm going to automatically just put the 3 in now. I'm going to 24 AC right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yes, I'll take that away before once the dome's gone.
Cool. All right, so yeah, that whole screeching sound that you guys heard was a talon of the Aturius settling down on the poop deck of the ship where you guys currently are. Varuk, would you like to attempt to get back up on top?
I'm gonna try to power through it. If worse comes to worse, I just teleport back on board.
I was gonna make a terrible joke, but I must refrain.
Okay, so if that's the case, then Kofoy, Swert, and Tino roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I think I already
what do I
rolled
roll
up
for that again.
D20 plus.
D20 plus your dex mod.
Yep.
Next one.
Let's see if I can find
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Three.
think any of you have initiative training, so you don't.
I have
to worry about that.
18.
Your dexterity modifier, my guy.
8.
Trying to figure out
Oh,
what I'm
that's-
supposed to roll here.
You are supposed to roll
I see my
1d20 plus
dex.
3.
Oh,
1d20
okay.
plus 3.
Yeah, so you did it right. Congratulations.
Well, I mean, that was
Because
mine.
out of everything.
Oh, yeah, so
Okay, that's
we
not
both
terrible.
have 18.
I am moving very last.
Well, you are not moving slower than the Aturius. So basically, 3 of these little Aturius shitters are they've descended upon the deck, and there's a bunch more down on the primary weather decks and the forecastle. And the crew is having a little bit of a time dealing with them because they're doing their psychic bullshittery down there. But 3 of them make a lunge, all for Swert, but he is... You still have to maintain the concentration, by the way, so you really can't do anything else until your concentration is broken, by the way. So
If they are hanging off of the Earth cocoon, could Tino generate spikes from it?
that is not an ability that you have,
Ah,
because that's a special thing that Stone gets, actually.
all right.
Yep. However, Tino actually goes first. Yeah, Tino goes first.
Okay. Well, there's the old adage of swatting a fly with a sledgehammer, and I think I should avoid doing that today. So, what should I attempt here? Have a look at my sheet and just kind of refresh on what I have available here. Because if I miss with the hammer and hit the cocoon, there goes the boat.
Well, just don't crit fail. Plus, Sword currently has a pretty decently high AC, so I wouldn't worry terribly muchly about that.
Yeah, I was about
True.
to say.
I guess I can go in and swat one of them with the hammer as it's activated, so they just go flying away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright.
Alright, roll your shiz, yo.
Remember what I'm rolling again.
For you, it is... It's a strength, so it's going to be 1d20 plus 10 at least.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Oh my god. Well, that's not too bad, but it's not great.
Well,
Yeah.
luckily these things are mooks, so you hit it right on.
Very nice.
Cool.
So yeah, Tino, you lift your hammer up basically as soon as one of them touches the ground, and you just fucking hunt him. Roll damage.
Just D20 or with strength? Or something else?
Well,
The D20
Read your
is
sheet.
for
read your
yeah.
shit.
The D20 is for whether you hit. You go to see the like the damage dice section of your
Oh,
weapon.
actually, yeah. Apparently, you have a plus 18 to hit as well. So 2d8 plus 18.
Oh.
Also, Lehari, I sent you PM.
How do you do, like, the double roll again?
I
guess
just
you'll put
typed
a
the
two-
roll. I just typed the roll twice, honestly. Oh wait, oh you can put. Oh yeah. So like if it's 2d8, you just pick.
Wow!
Damn.
Yeah.
That was not great.
So that liquefies him and sends him over the edge.
Oh yeah.
His feet
No
are still
count on you, Tino.
His feet are still touching the deck, by the way.
Oh, actually, sorry,
just-
because I'm the dirt. God, I could count on you, Tino.
His feet are still like planted pretty firmly on the deck, while the rest of him decided to go overboard. So that was a lot of
Oh
fun.
my god.
Yeah. Don't ask me how I can figure out what happened. I just know.
There's no reason that you wouldn't be able to see.
It's a dirt cocoon. I just...
As far as your question, Sigma, is concerned, it should be proficiency plus dex plus like 2.
Cool.
But let's see here. The Nagumi Chungus is a heavy weapon, but you got some stuff that reduces the AP usage of heavy weapons, so I think you should be able to actually attack again.
Oh, hell yeah. So that is D20 plus 10 and then 2D8 plus 18?
No,
If it
D20
hits?
plus 10 and then 2D8 plus 10.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, that's
Okay.
not bad. That's,
1D20 plus
that-
18 and then 2D8 plus 18, but you crit, so we're good.
1D20
Oh, God.
plus 18, okay.
Yep.
And then 2D8 plus 10.
No, 2D8 plus 18 and 1D20 plus 18. Sorry, the plus 18 is across everything, so
Ah.
you're good.
Okay, well, that wasn't great.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Hmm.
Roll me 1D20 without any mods.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, 17.
Okay. So on the backswing, as Tino is re-readying himself to assume a neutral pose, he swings the hammer back and manages to catch both of the other Arturius from this particular fang in it, and squishes them. They are now permanently a part of the finish of the deck,
Oh my god.
Fair.
and they're kind of twitching,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
one of them starts glowing,
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
glowing purple.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
You hear a high-pitched whine.
Oh boy.
Dislike.
It is
Actually,
now Kofoi's turn for the next 6 seconds, so do with that what you will.
Lehari, remember when I popped into that voice call a couple days ago and asked you if I could have a Kanohi Trina?
Yes.
Oh.
And then you said yes.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
would like
no.
to activate my Kanohi Trina.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Did not expect this tactical usage of it, but yeah, you're allowed to do that.
So,
you're just
to
gonna
bring everybody
reanimate the
in the
bullshit
chat
that
up
I
to
just
sp-
squished.
So, for everybody in the chat, I would like to justify myself. The Kanohi Trina is an immoral mask. However, this is early enough in the timeline that Makuta were not considered evil. And Greg seemed to explain that immoral masks were so because of association with Makuta. So I reason that Trina would not be wrong for a Toa to wear this early in the timeline. Anyways, let me read out the rules for that,
Oh dear.
if I can find them.
Something about them being dominated undead and
Yeah.
I do recommend for all the rest of you who have masks, just keep those pages in the Kanohi Index up, so that way we're not junking.
Yeah, it's probably a
junking
good idea because I'm going to turn around and find the mask Kanohi Index. Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah,
Pete
we-
sent me
we
that
made
real quick,
the,
too, Swert, I'd
we
appreciate
made
it.
the character notes pretty long for a reason.
Okay,
I
so I
just
can
realized
pop-
you haven't actually made a link to the Kanohi Index on the page.
While they're doing that, I don't have a formal turn, and I'm guessing I can't see any of this, but I bet I could hear it.
You can hear that there is combat on the deck.
Okay, so the way I've been picturing this is that I've been like both hands on the back of the boat and alternating with my legs to keep the thing going. Could I take one hand off to hold on to the crab and then kick with both legs simultaneously to try and shunt the Arturius?
I'm trying to figure out how that's supposed to look in my ear. So you're trying to do a backflip basically onto the aft weather deck and kick an Arturius in the face, or are you trying
No,
to?
I'm trying to shake the boat so that they tip over.
Okay. They all have claws and they can fly, and none of your buddies
probably
do.
not going to take very kindly.
Ah, man. Okay, damn it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll tell you what,
don't.
you're allowed to.
Okay, hang on.
For the sake of your teammates, I don't know that I can necessarily endorse this particular line of action, but I will not
Shit.
stop you.
Okay, that's a good
Please
point.
don't.
Instead, I'm just gonna put the crab in my pocket.
Okay. Well, then Krabby Boy is in fact in pocket.
Okay.
You have crab.
Fantastic.
You have the curb.
Wonderful.
Babu. So yeah, that. So, as far as this Trina stuff is concerned, what do? Sigma?
Yeah, so basically, so I can pop a couple of KC per turn in order to reanimate the bodies of these things. It doesn't really go into much detail beyond that, but I'm gonna pop 2 KC to reanimate 2 of these dreadfully, unfortunately fallen Aturius boys. Are they assembled enough that I can have them take off and fly?
The non-glowing one is not. The glowing one is.
Okay. Well then, I'd like to revise that and only focus on the one that can fly.
Okay, then the glowing one is capable of flight. Yes, it's getting up.
Cool. Very nice. All right. Yeah. Okay. I would like to command it to. Reanimation process takes at least 12 seconds. Okay. Well, I guess that's what I'm doing.
Well, combat for you guys is currently ended because your current opponents are dead and the other ones and the other Aturius are being handled. But
that's it. Oh, okay. I thought there was like hundreds of them.
No, there are. They're fighting down. Well, not hundreds of them. They're about like 15 total.
Okay.
And some of them are fighting the rest of the crew. So it's up to you as to whether you guys want to go help.
Yeah.
Can I see any of the rest of the crew?
Question.
You are on the ass of the ship, Petrus. No.
Is there like a window?
into the captain's chambers. Yes.
Is there Turius in the captain's chambers?
No. There's another big glowing purple stone. That's all you really notice.
Ooh. Okay. I want to look at that.
You observe. Give me a perception check and give me an insight check.
Okay. As a heads up, I have advantage 1 on all insight checks.
That's fine.
Let's see. Perception. That's a d20 plus 6. So this is perception here. I got an 8. Holy God. That sucks.
Try it again.
You suck.
I mean, that's slightly better.
Got a 27 on insight. So there we go.
Okay. Alright, so you can make out precisely no details because the glass that you're looking through is hot poo-poo water. Basically. But you do get the concept of augury crystals well enough that you recognize that this is one and that it is very upset. It is upsetty spaghetti, as they say in Licoro.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's sort of blinking not too terribly fast, but it's blinking a little bit faster than an augury crystal at rest. You have seen some of these in Versuva before, but never like it's small enough to fit inside of a room this small.
Yeah.
If I leave my post, is the boat going to continue to move? Like, does it have enough momentum at this point?
Yeah, no, you have enough momentum to kind of keep on going for a ways yet.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my power to teleport into the captain's chamber and inspect this a little bit closer.
Okay, you can definitely do that. And while that's happening, Sigma, your glowy Aturius guy, has stood back up, and I'm assuming you are continuing with the command to throw him over the side?
No. I was going to have him try and fight the other guys.
Oh, okay, you can do that.
I would like to have him try and fight the other guys.
Okay, then he goes down to the main weather deck. And his particular glowiness is speeding up, and as he goes around, the big glowing star of blue psionic energy shoots overhead, out in front of you.
Oh, that's concerning.
Oh, that's yeah. Not that I can see anything. I'm focused.
You guys hear a thud,
Oh,
and are all suddenly very blind.
oh.
On the plus side, though, Swert, give me one focus check.
One focus.
One focus check.
Oh dear, where's... Yeah, I'm just a D20 at that point. 9.
Oh no.
Do I get some advantage of the fact that I had a dome around me?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, give me one more.
All right.
Oh, come
God.
on.
My friend.
9 and a 3. Very, very good. All right.
Well,
You're fucking screwed.
so yeah, a little bit more than you thought. So for about a quarter of a second, Swert's concentration is way easier because the front 2/3 of the boat got lasered off by a gigantic psionic laser that was centered on the glowy Arturius boy.
So
Don't
we
like that.
yeeted the whole ship, didn't we?
I mean, the part that you guys are in is fine.
See, I was
It's
going
just-
to
you-
mention
it's just-
just maybe have the thing that looks like it's going to explode fly off into the sky, but
I thought that was the original intention too, but hey, here we are.
I thought
really
he was
glad
just
that
gonna
I'm,
use like a
inside the boat
fucking
now.
Mewtwo like confuse move from Melee. I didn't glowing can mean a lot of things in this franchise.
I mean, he was dead.
Like I said, glowing can mean a lot of things in this franchise.
To be
was
fair,
also
when
blinking.
yeah, I thought that you were gonna like command him to get off the boat, and then you just never did that.
Like,
Yeah.
I
you
maintain
probably
just
could've-
telling me that he's glowing does not instantly make me think, oh, bomb.
Well, fair.
So
we
our
won't,
side
we
of
won't
the
belabor
boat
it. We won't belabor it.
Fine, I guess.
Also, Nick Bitz and Cavalcan in the chat. Yeah, we're using Dice Parser right now.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Petrus.
Mhm.
So, yeah. The entire midsection of the ship is completely and entirely vaporized. The front, the forecastle, the front part, is spinning away at an alarming rotation. Not that you guys can tell. And your part is also spinning away at a troubling rotation. I'm gonna need
Can
you
I-
all to make like three fort saves, please, for me.
Oh,
Sure.
sweet Jesus.
I hope at least one of you is still
Alright,
counting.
Oh, no.
Which one's my
What am I?
fort?
What am I?
Oh,
rolling
that's,
for?
plus 4.
Fourth save.
Trying to find that. I'm trying to find my sheet to begin with.
I'm just, I'm not getting good rolls. I'm dead.
Well, I guess.
Tino, your fort is a 7, so
Oh,
1d20
okay.
plus 7.
Sorry, I'm very out of it today, and I'm
Mhm.
not very good at this to begin with.
It's all good.
Okay.
Fine.
6.
Kofoy definitely has like 6 concussions.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
I got mine in 6, 17, and 22 was my.
Oh, I'm
totals.
rolling 3. Okay.
yeah, you have to get all 3 of them.
Well,
Can we say?
Oh,
no!
Crit fail.
9, 8, and 1.
Well, actually, no. Yours is 16, 12, and 5, but you did get a nat one.
Well, it's a
right,
crit
right.
fail, so it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, I
That-
told you it was plus 7, man, but sure. Yeah, crit
Well,
fail
that
was
wouldn't-
oh,
that
I
wouldn't
must
have
put in
saved
the
him.
wrong thing.
That wouldn't have saved him.
copied, I
Yeah,
copied
yeah,
and pasted.
it doesn't matter. You got the crit fail, and yeah, that. Okay, so out of everybody, the only one who is still conscious is Swert, which we will chalk up to the fact that you put him in a dirt coffin. Not
Well, at least I
pointed
did
phraseology.
my
So,
part.
Pointed phraseology.
should we go ahead and say that thing's obliterated, or is it still there?
Is what's still obliterated?
Do we want to say the dome is now obliterated, or is it? Still
Oh yeah,
there?
no, it is so much mud at the bottom of the ocean. You have a little bit of schmutz still on you. That's about it.
Yep. All right,
Fair
back down to 21 on the AC because that's my bonus gone.
Yep. Also, the LD, we'll see if we can't make something like that happen. In terms of seeing the rolls next year, but roll 20 can go choke on a billion dicks, so it's not really something that.
And you know what we
we're
could
gonna
have
be
done
using
is
next time.
had this chat window kind of like on screen. That would have been the way to do it. But
Oh yeah, that would have been
Well,
nice.
Well, you know, if once in wishes were hugs and kisses, I'd have chlamydia.
hey, now
So
That is graphic.
it is.
it is a nice graphic.
But in any case, so what happened next was the boat is destroyed. You see literally none of the crew anywhere else. The Rook is in a chamber, is in a room of the ship, separate from the rest of you guys.
Oh.
Three of you are floating, are rapidly sinking near the surface, and Varuk is still in an air pocket while that part of the ship fills up slowly, but not that slowly, with water as it sinks as well. So, Swert, save your boys or else.
All right.
Also, some of the water is starting to boil nearby, but it doesn't seem to be aimed directly at you. No idea
How
right now as to whether
far-
or not that's a thing that's affecting you
Before I
guys.
do, before I do anything, how far did we manage to get the boat going? Like, did we get pretty good distance, or are we still?
You were not really able to tell, given the fact that your eyes were covered, you were up in the sky, and then that you guys just got fucking, exploded.
But
Okay.
can I?
While I'm dying and drowning, I'm gonna go get a glass of water. I will be right back.
I'll do my
Very,
best. to
very in
save you,
character,
my
yes.
friend. Can I just literally split the boat in half and have everybody
I
rise
think
up?
we already did that part, Swert.
Correction.
Yeah.
Can I just rip it apart with forces of gravity so that I can free Varuk and then just rise people up?
It's like you're trying to drown
Personally,
me.
if you asked me, which you can't because I'm drowning, I think Varuk has several minutes of life more than the two of us do, considering that we are in the water and he is not.
Also, I
Kofoy
think
is sinking much more slowly than Tino is, and Tino is sinking much more quickly than the ship that Varuk is in right now.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
I
mean,
advise
the
you-
hit me in the ass.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to swim over to save Tino and Kofoy. That's the only ones I can see. So I guess that's what I'm doing.
Cool. Give me 5 athletics checks. Or I'm sorry,
Oh,
swim checks.
you know
Never
what?
mind, that's a
If
thing
we-
that we have.
Oh, is that a thing we
Yeah,
have?
swim-
I was about to say,
swim-
can I activate my Calyx to go with it?
Yes,
swim is a strength stat, so it's not going to help you.
Wait. Oh, but that's some bullshit. All right.
Well, I have
You walk
nothing
on
in my
water like
swim.
Jesus.
I will tell you
So-
what. Because of the relevant factor here of dodging debris and trying to move quickly, I will allow you to apply your Calyx bonus to your swim stat in this case.
Okay, so that allows me to add X
More or less
D6, where X is equal to my Kanoe charge. So I can have up to how much of my Kanoe charge?
Let's
On-
figure out your expenditure limit.
My
real
expense
quick.
limit is 6.
Okay.
So I'll
Oh my
do.
god, that's a lot.
And I've got 46 in there, so I'm tapping 6 of it right now. I've already written it down, and I will do my best. 1d20 plus 6. Here we go. 10.
Sure.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. And how much extra are you adding for your
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. No, I just did a d20 plus 6. My bad. So, plus d20 immediately. Sorry. And it's still 10. That's fine. That's what it came up as. And then 6d6 is the official Kanoe
Yes.
charge. That's a 17.
Okay, so all right, cool. Sigma, if you wouldn't mind adding Minty in the roller chat, please. As a note to the audience, real fast, one of my guys, Minty Fresh, is going to be typing out the roll results in the Twitch chat for y'all, so that way you guys are a little bit more up to date on what's going on here.
Thank you.
Someone needs
Thanks,
to
Errol.
give him access. I cannot.
Okay, 1 second then.
don't have the-
Well, while I'm doing that, oh, never mind. Oh, he's got him. So basically, you do manage to get Tino and Kofoy up back to the surface. They're not in danger of drowning, and if Kofoy and Tino, and actually, I'll tell you what, Varuk also, if you would not mind giving me either an endurance or a focus check, whichever one is higher for you guys. If one is higher, give me 2 of those apiece.
That would be focus for me. I actually found it this time. So that would be 1d20 plus 13 then.
Yes.
31, I'll take it.
Sick.
Very nice.
Back from the
It's-
break on that one.
Wasn't it 2 rolls each?
Yeah, 2 rolls a pop.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh damn it! I rolled the wrong. I swear to God.
That's a crit. That's a crit. You're fine. You're
That's a
fine.
crit.
You're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
sure.
And then
I swear to God, I'm copying it, but it's just not pasting correctly.
Sigma, if you could give me a 2 either focus or endurance checks, please.
Focus or endurance. All right.
Those are both just going to be raw 20s for you, it looks like.
Yeah.
Am I awake yet?
So that's
No.
that's what this is for, actually.
Okay, thank God.
So Tino is fucking wired right now.
Dino actually, for just a brief moment, 1 whole round, 6 whole ass seconds, stands on top of the waves, and then he falls back down, obviously. But he
Very comedic.
there's lots of flotsam for Swert to put Kofoy and Tino on.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sigma, give me 1 more, please.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was half imagining everyone to fail this, and then it would just be like the last scenes of Titanic.
Kofoy is still KTFO for the time being. They're very, very much out of it. However, Viruk is awake and realizes that he is now all of a sudden halfway to the bottom of the fucking ocean in a room that is rapidly filling up with water.
Okay.
The stone is still glowing, and frankly, it looks about as panicked as you might. So, yeah, that.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab that, obviously, but is there anything else in the room that would seem important? I do have not blind sight, but something similar.
Give me a perception
Sorry, I'm
check.
drowning. It's all right.
Not bad, it is blind sight.
No, give me a perception check without disadvantage. Yeah, just give me a raw perception check, please.
No bonus.
No, with
No
whatever your
bonus?
perception bonus is.
Okay.
I was about to say with disadvantage, and then you said blind sight, so I'm like, yeah, okay.
19.
All right. So you see a couple of ornamental weapons. You see a couple of charts on stone tablets, and you see a couple of key rings and a small locked chest.
Do any
Whenever I say small, I mean like handheld.
do any of the charts correspond to the island we're going to?
It does look like there is a set of charts for Hikori and the Spine Islands.
I'm gonna grab as many of those as I can.
Okay, give me a roll of 1d4, please.
Herp is in
Fuck.
chat, by the way. He is
Okay.
responsible for this beautiful artwork.
Yes,
Yeah,
you.
Thank you, Burp.
All right, so you managed to
And
pick up.
you know what?
you-
Since things are getting a little hectic, I will transition to a more moody background.
Oh, hell yeah.
I didn't really expect to send them to the bottom of the ocean, which is why we don't have the artwork available for that. But,
You know what?
bada
But
bing.
we have a bluish hue, so that's fine.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
very appropriate.
Blub.
Blub indeed. So you managed to pick up Petrus, at least the maritime and geo charts for Nurai itself. You don't manage to pick up anything else though.
Okay.
And you have time to do one more thing. Or you can just bust out.
Grab the chest and bust out.
Okay. Then give me either a. I'll tell you what. Give me an attack roll
I
against the
don't
door.
like when Lehari laughs like that.
An attack roll?
It is concerning.
Yeah.
Can we assume that I'm already, stanced up?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So, that means I get to add my wisdom to my attack. Great. Alright. So that's going to be d20 plus. Let's see. Proficiency of 4. 24 to hit the door. And
Yeah, give me the damage, please.
plus 13. Now keep in mind this is force damage, so multiply whatever this is by 5, and that's how many feet the thing's getting fucking knocked.
Okay, so the door manages to collapse in on itself, rush of water come in, Give me a reflex save real fast.
Okay.
All right, you manage to endure it just fine and start swimming up outside of
get the bends.
the captain's cabin. You do not get the bends. You are not down quite that far. You're only around about 450 meters below the surface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not sinking all too terribly slowly. There's lots of voids inside of the ship that are keeping it from going down like mega fast. So you manage to make it back up to the surface and regroup with the team, more or less without any issue. Beyond that, you all can still see the giant glowing blue star in the sky of psionic ability.
Damn you!
But it doesn't seem to be terribly concerned with you at this point. It's just sort of hanging menacingly in the sky over the island of Nurai, which you guys are less than half a kilometer away from.
So,
Dr. Nui, what does that thing have against boats?
Now, listen, I mean, not everybody is caught up with the times and our new pro-boat world these days. Some people are still stuck in the past.
Telling you. So, Tino, my friend, may I suggest an idea?
I am listening, my friend.
It is rather cold. Actually, well, no, it's getting pretty warm, but maybe we should consider a new boat.
Tino thinks Tino can arrange something. Alright, so is Tino able to do things now?
Yeah, Tino's back awake. Kofoy is back awake, although still a little groggy.
Tino becomes
Cool.
large.
Tino begins sinking.
Would you mind giving me a hand here?
I was just gonna say, use dirt, make a boat.
Well,
We've all
I
seen The
think
Incredibles.
also works. Like, dirt, I don't think dirt is going to float very well, let's be real.
No.
It's very porous.
Water kind of... Yeah.
Well, okay, fine. I guess I can dump more elemental energy to lift Tino.
No, you don't have to
He
lift
is
him,
now
just make him
both.
slightly more buoyant.
I can make him slightly more buoyant. How much am I having to spend on this?
5e. That's fine.
5e? Oh, that's not that
Yeah.
bad.
And then
So,
Tino
I guess
just,
he's not as big.
with everyone riding on Tino's stomach, he just starts doing the backstroke towards land.
Wonderful.
You said we're like half a mile out.
Half a kilometer.
Half
So
a
much,
kilometer.
much closer.
If I dumped all of my UE right now, I could try to teleport ahead. I could get 2,100 feet.
I'm not sure
You
that's
can choose to do that if
strictly
you would
necessary.
like.
I'm not sure that's strictly necessary right now.
Hopefully could also
I feel
propel
like-
I
us the
would
same way he
wait until
propelled
we
the
get a little
ship.
closer, and then you could just do it without dumping any energy.
Yeah.
Kofoy could also propel us the same way he propelled the ship.
Yeah.
Guess that went
I
so
mean,
well.
Tickling
I think-
his feet.
I think I would need a sail to push against.
What about the water?
Vibrating the water, I guess, maybe. But
That. Sure. Okay. So what do you say, Lehari? Call that another eat item?
I mean, you also, 500 meters is like maybe a 10-minute swim.
Yeah.
That's true. We could just do
we
a tiny.
are being stalked by a reality bender, so speed is probably of the essence right now.
yeah, it's like, what if I want to get on shore right now?
You can do that. You will have very little UE left, and I can tell you now there's not going to be an awful lot of rest points.
Yeah. I absolutely want to conserve my stuff, personally.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, then.
And Lehari seems to be showing us a rare moment of mercy.
Fair enough.
I will use my ability twice to get 600 feet ahead, just so that we've got somebody in the lead in case shit hits the fan. Canary in the coal mine.
All right, and I'm guessing you're going to be doing that whenever you get to 600 feet out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then, Baruch,
Actually,
give me
I-
a... Yes?
Oh, I was just gonna say I do have an idea, but it's really stupid. Could
You like dumb
Tino-
ideas, right?
Could Tino create a rotor from Earth?
Not one that you can very easily spin. It's kind of fragile in the water.
Well,
What
what
if
if-
the rest of the team spin it?
We
I feel
really
like we're
needed a
dithering
tall
here.
iron on this team.
What if I get out and push?
What if we
Fair
swim?
I mean,
Let's-
Tino
yeah, let's just
is
go.
large, so his swim is going to be a lot faster than everyone else's.
What if I
Fair.
prod Tino in the side with the gravity fang to, kind of like a jockey?
And I'll tell you what. What if the big blue angry thing in the sky starts noticing you guys again because you're taking too long to figure out what the fuck you're doing?
This is why I'm trying to tell
You know,
you. Go, 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 go.
You know what? I'm just going to grab the
Tino
gravity
very-
fang and I'm just going to start using it as a paddle.
There you go. Attaboy.
And Tino starts hurriedly doing the backstroke.
Okay, so whenever Varuk gets to the shore, the sand is nothing special. There's greenery right up on the coastline, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody around, at least in the immediate vicinity. You can still see the glow, the blue glow of the psionic being above, but it does not appear to be. It doesn't appear to be looking or concerning your general area right now. It seems to be. You notice a soft blue spotlight, so to speak, scanning the jungle near the center of the island.
Tino
Cool,
really quick,
takes
Lehari.
a brief moment to reach down and kiss the earth, and then thank the Great Spirit for sparing him from the watery depths this day.
Lehari.
Yes.
So if this thing is psionic, it's I mean obviously you keep saying it is. So do I pick up any specific thoughts it's broadcasting? Like maybe even just like an emotion or something? Or is it like
No,
just purely lasers?
It feels as though there is a gap where it is.
Okay.
Whatever it is guarded in the extreme in any type. Like it feels as though it is negative psychic space.
Okay. That in
That's
itself is
interesting.
very interesting.
Let me ask you this, because as I am a total of gravity, I'd have knowledge of immense weight of power. Can I detect anything gravitational around it to help it out?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
I just want to say I love Minty going the extra mile. Just type sent GIF Soren's tower falling and exploding.
Thank you, Missy.
Would it be possible for me to use my Runai again to try and pick up on some of like the harder to notice aspects of what we're looking at?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Give me the bits.
All right, that is 4 successes. I've got 4 points. So obviously it's got like it's casting light, but is it like is there like an electromagnetic radiation to it, or what are we dealing with?
So thanks to your light affiliation, you realize that this is purely illusory light. It is not actually photonic activity.
Okay, so I'm not picking up anything off of this.
No, and you wouldn't be able to absorb it either
Okay,
if you have absorption, which I actually don't remember if you do.
I should be able to. But,
Yeah. So it is purely illusory light. It is a psionic trick played on your minds in the same way that the Vahkiti, I think, works.
Okay, and there's like a barrier, like some kind of metaphysical barrier. Is there anything I could glean about the nature of that?
You note that it specifically does not have an overt light or shadow alignment of any kind. It is pure psionic.
Okay,
Cool.
Oh, great. We have a new star set up in the sky now.
is it made of something?
Are you using
so-
one of your points on that?
Yes, I could spend 2 points to try and find the material.
It's made out of something eerily familiar to you specifically, Varuk.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, you might have seen much of this over the course of your life, especially being at home on Versuva.
Oh.
Concerning.
Oh, actually, one other
Roll
thing that I
perception?
think I forgot to mention.
I mean, that would
Um,
probably be insight.
It is... Yeah, you can roll insight, sure. See if you can't figure out what particularly your brain is trying to chew on with that, since it didn't give you a perfect answer. But there is one other thing that I should mention. It is now no longer just blue. It is now burning rainbow color.
Well, that can't be good.
Rolled a 29.
29?
The gays are on the attack.
Yeah, pretty much. And anybody who... there are people in the audience who might actually know what's going on now, depending on how much they've paid attention up to this point. But... so, you rolled a 29 on your insight?
Yep.
It feels kindred.
Is it like antidermis then, or like what?
It is not antidermic specifically, no.
No.
At least as far as I know, you haven't really had much experience with antidermis, and that...
I'm just
Doesn't
trying to
have-
connect it back to Visatai. But
Yes, it's right on the nose.
So it's
Can I
on the
check with
nose,
my perception?
But it's not on
if
the
I
nose.
understand anything about it?
I mean, so Varuk of anybody is going to have the best chance here. Swert, you can try. I'm not going to say, yeah.
You know, you say that, but I also have another ability under my knowledge.
What's that?
Looks like you know what you're doing.
It's more for social stuff, but hey, sure, why not? Give it a whirl.
It gives me a chance to do something.
Sure.
One. Okay,
I'll let you look into something stupid. Because
D20 plus 6.
so
That's a
Varuk is
24,
aware of
not
this.
bad.
Swert and Tino have had some experience with this before, and Kofoy is definitely baby in a manger right now in terms of not really having much to go on with this.
Unless if Swert's rolling, I could also roll to try. That's insight, right?
Well, no,
Yeah.
I rolled my no lucky. Look like you know what you're doing under knowledge. That's
Ah,
my specialty.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, just Tino, you and Kofoy also give me insight checks. Actually, Tino, give me an
Sure.
insight check. Kofoy, give me a knowledge history check.
Knowledge history. Sounds
15.
good.
Not great.
8. Haha.
Okay.
So you don't know shit.
Yeah.
All right.
So Varuk, specifically, it feels like another Visotai.
Great.
And
Oh,
Swert, because
I
you know
think I
you
know
look
who
like
it
what
is.
you're doing. Swert, because
I
you
think I know. I think I know what it is.
you recognize that gap feeling now that you think about it a little bit. And you felt something very, very similar on the island of Ruba.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Not the thing in the cave.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty high likelihood that it's the thing in the cave.
Oh my god.
What is the
this
thing in the
I think
cave,
this is the
Tino?
first time we've actually continued a thing from a previous year.
Yeah.
Kudos to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if memory serves, wasn't it like surrounded by dead Matoran or something?
It's surrounded by a lot of dead stuff. So the thing, and Varuk, you would be... you can jog Kofoy's memory by speaking out loud, and Tino and Swert kind of can chorus in here. Basically, the thing in the sky is likely an ancient Visotai alchemist, scientist, warlord known as Kudaxi. And Kudaxi was locked in the Kudaxi Vault on the island of Ruva, which is a... primarily a
And we set him
storage
free.
site. Yep.
Why would you do that?
Look, it made sense at the time.
I find that hard to believe.
Listen, you weren't there. You don't know the context. He was very convincing. He had photos kissing babies.
What's a baby?
He gave us puppies.
Yeah, he did. He gave us multiple, like, small furry brahi. It was very
Gave us
strange.
candy.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Did my crab
Puppy.
survive?
Give
gotta
me
check
a...
I'm checking my pockets.
I'll tell you what. You roll me a fort save at a +2. I'm sorry, actually, I will save at a +2. Sorry, we'll save at a +2.
Does the crab die.com.
Like will save +2 to what my will save is, or
No, just 1d20 +2.
okay.
Cool.
He survived!
Yay!
Krabby Boy.
Give him a name.
I'll figure it out. I'm gonna try to tame it.
Okay.
You should name it Calyx.
Hamburger. Let's see.
Nah, that's stuck. You've for some reason named your crab hamburger.
Fair enough.
We don't even know what that is.
Hamburger.
Call
hamburger
Ikuru,
doesn't
see if
like
we
me
can
very
get a
much.
Matoric etymology on that.
Hey Doc, you in the chat? Give us a Matoric etymology for hamburger, please.
I saw him earlier. Yeah, okay, so the crab's pissed at me that
No. The crab is sitting on top of your head by fear.
alright.
Wonderful.
You don't have to roll anything.
Alright, he's
He
mine.
is very, very upsetty spaghetti because he was suddenly in the sky and now he's suddenly back on the ground.
I like
How
this guy.
terrifying.
Alright.
Yes.
Anyways, we probably need to push inwards before the thing starts scanning the beach.
Yeah,
That's probably
Varuk,
a good
I hope you have some KC left, because I was thinking that you should probably, like, use your... Oh wait, no, you have a Runai, not an Olavu. I'm dumb, sorry, never mind.
I have both.
Oh, well, do you think then maybe you can pop an Olavu?
I could, this will get tricky because I'm gonna lose my blind sight, so I'm gonna be...
Right.
Somebody's gonna need to guide me because I'm not gonna be able to see.
Alright, well, I could wear the Olavu and
Well,
do it for
actually,
you.
well, if I'm wearing an Olavu, I'm not probably don't even need to see.
You
thinking about
know,
it.
I do have my Kowalski.
Right, but that's not gonna help with navigation.
No, but it'll get me to go across. That way, we don't have to activate the teleport all that much.
Well, no. So all the Olavu is his mask of pathfinding.
And
Yeah,
Tino would like to remind you that if you leave, Tino will sink like a stone.
We're off.
Oh, y'all are on the beach
We're-
now.
Long day.
Yeah, we're on land.
Okay.
Tino, stop doing the backstroke already.
It's just been...
Tino
Shoveling
is making
mounds.
sand
Waiting
angels.
in the water now, it's shrunk down.
Tino
Yeah.
is making sand angels. It's fine.
Doing a backward Superman push-up is really impressive, I will say.
So, do we have an Olavu charge? Because I'd like to get like a map layout of the island. I would be glad.
Well,
I have quite a
don't-
few Gnevi charges.
You don't need to pop a charge to get the map functionality. You just need to wear the mask.
Oh, good. All right.
the-
Well, then I'll slap it on, and you can keep the blind side.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Oh, great, DM. What do I see?
One second. I'm gonna be a bit of a stinker real fast and post a big
Aren't you
thing in the
always?
chat so that way everybody knows what the hell's going on with the Olavu. Here is the
Cool.
rules text. Wah!
Wow.
Yep. It is a 3-dimensional map that you can call up anytime. It is a compass. It lets you navigate difficult terrain. You can see invisible people with it. It's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, the Olavu is pretty great, and you can actually download it for free and print it out yourself if you want.
Yes. The wearer of this, the wearer can view this map of any location they have preview.
Oopsie doodle. Hold on. Let me find where that is. It's
There
kind
might
of
be
a.
a limit on the chat.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a character
Minty,
limit.
if you would not mind.
I think they get the idea.
Yeah, well, pretty much.
Yeah.
So there is actually one kind of weird, unique thing about this island that the Olavu is revealing to you.
Okay.
There is a gigantic, like, octagonal magnetic field that is just sort of hanging over it.
Oh, I mean, magnetic fields are usually bi-directional. I don't like whatever this is.
Yeah, it's not fun. Spoilers.
When are we gonna fight Wanda then?
I don't get that. I don't get that reference because I've dropped off of Marble Hard.
That's fun.
That's fair. You know, I do still have my geography HUD.
This is true, but you have to have been there first. So
Fair enough.
so,
Well, you know what?
I think
I just activated it to keep scanning it.
yeah, basically, you both have the same power going on.
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Hey,
So,
Hoozles. That's the first big thing that you notice, but it doesn't seem to be interfering all that much with your ability to actually use the mask and construct the map. You notice that the jungle gets real thick, like 4 Qs worth of thick. Around about 80 to about 200 meters in. So it's about 120 meters of just like fucking boggy, thick, just roots, just a whole bunch of like what are those trees down in Florida that are like
Mangroves?
yeah, mangroves. Thank you. Just a bunch of really angry mangrove trees. She also knows that they're not exactly still.
Oh.
Love
Oh. Yeah. Hey, team. Hey, guys. I know you all are, like, legendary warriors and stuff, so I think we should probably just find whatever this thing is and try to protodermis cage it. Just get it out of the way, because this cannot be good for the Matoran, whatever this is.
I thought you needed 6 Toa to do that.
Yes. Maybe we could punch it.
it. Tino
well,
like punching thing is Tino is down with this idea.
Well, here's what I can do. I could probably sink it to the ground with gravity, and then Tino could just run over and punch it.
Cool. Sounds good. And then I can just pile into it from range with my gun. And then you there, Varuk, you look like you could probably just kick him, and that would do a lot of damage, I feel like. It would be a raid. Let's call it a raid.
I mean, ratio. How the hell am I supposed to get up there, though?
Well, I think we have a Kowalsi in the party.
I guess I can teleport it. Yeah, you know what's probably
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm saving this
I
charges.
do have a quality.
So we can all get up there. It'll be a great time.
Cool. Sounds good. I was going to say sounds poggers, then I remembered that is not in universe.
Oh,
neither's hamburger.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah,
Go up
yeah,
Looks like I don't have the
gen-
ability to teleport others.
So yeah, I'm of the opinion. So in universe, my character wants to go find this thing. Out of universe, I want to make sure that we don't run over time and end up, like groggy and half asleep by the time we get to the boss fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So the beach
Yeah.
also does extend out to your west from where you currently are, and then the beach to the east gets cut off pretty abruptly by some really high cliffs that are more or less, I'm not gonna say unclimbable because I know you people, but they're a little bit dangerous and you've got no idea what's at the top.
And then which direction is the light in?
Find out quite easily.
The light is over the very center of the island, which is going to be to your south.
So,
Okay.
so the next question then would be, do we know if this thing is going to be able to spot us purely through vision, or simply by being near it, is it going to psionically detect us? Because that's going to have an impact on how we decide to go about this. Because if there's no reason for us not to take the beach, we should take the beach.
Yeah.
Well, not to spoil all that much, but actually, I'll tell you what. Now you have plenty of reason. Both Varuk and Kofoy have reason to know the basics of psionics.
Cool.
You guys are pretty well aware that these things can sense you through a pretty sizable amount of like cover or foliage or anything like that, just based on the fact that you have a fucking soul.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
And
So
actually,
we're
Varuk specifically is a little bit more easily visible than the other three of you guys because of his,
Racial similarity, or
and also your off typing.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, your soul is probably just a huge billboard that says light elemental.
Yeah. Okay. So then, I'm gonna pull out that chart that I grabbed from the boat. Because we've got we've got the Olavu, but that's only gonna cover like maybe 100 feet tops. So
True.
I have a question.
But
Before we go too far, if we're having problems going above it, can we not go under it?
Oh.
that's true.
Yeah, maybe we could just try and I don't know. Oh god, I don't have any points in math.
Punch.
Okay, hear me out. Okay, so we know from Monog that this universe has sundials, and sundials work with trigonometry, which is about measuring the location of the shining ball in the sky, over the course of the day. Hear me out. What if one of us with high enough intelligence trigonometrically figures out how far it is to the guy, then Tino, you just Kirby inhale in a tunnel for us, exactly that distance, and then we just anti-gravity spike directly up his fucking. I don't know. They don't have assholes. Whatever.
I mean,
Well-
there's cannon, so they might.
Let's not do this.
My intelligence is 12, if that counts for anything.
Mine
does
is
not.
also not great. My character,
Let me double check.
yeah.
Mine is 8.
If we have Tino do our math, oh god.
Okay, this is another reason that's good that we have a Runai, because it's kind of built to do this sort of thing. But
Yeah, and my HUD is
Cool.
also kind of helpful for that purpose.
Yeah.
although
Are we liking this plan?
oh wait, no,
Because I feel like this is just like avoiding like 13 pitfall traps Lehari set up for us through the jungle.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lehari,
You
I
underestimate my powers.
am quite possibly one of the few people that has as much DM experience in this game as you. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just want to make sure we finish the session on time.
Okay, but here's the thing. How do we know that Lehari doesn't have a backup plan for his backup plan?
He always has backup plans. I just don't like to force people to use them because that's what my players do to me.
Embrace it. You cannot run from it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're really wanting to go for the whole calculate the distance that we need to launch, like I can do that, but eventually I'm going to start taking a penalty on concentration. So
Hey, Tino, roll me 1d10 real fast.
Hold on.
Oh dear. What are we doing?
That's a 6.
Pity. Okay, continue.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
Continue.
Can we
I
just
don't
start
like that
digging
at
now?
all.
Continue. Do what you need to do.
Well, now I don't know if
I
I
think the
want to.
fact that we're standing here talking is causing it to be worse.
Yeah. All right. So I will take the liberty of assuming that we are under the ground.
So,
And
I
we're-
need you all to give me
Oh, here we go.
a couple. Give me 2 athletics checks apiece, and then 3 endurance checks.
My god, dude.
Where? Oh, there's my
Yeah, let's
athletics.
take it a
For some
very-
reason-
Okay, let's
for
take
some
turns. Let's
reason-
take turns.
Athletics, and what did you say also?
Endurance.
All right, everybody, hold up. Okay, Tino, you do all 5 of your rolls first.
5. Okay.
I thought it was
athletics and endurance.
2 athletics, 3 endurance.
oh, this is not going to be good.
No.
Oh boy. Okay, so I guess
don't
we
know
need to
which
figure
one
out
was
how to
mine
parse all
because
that.
I don't know which one was mine because
That's
both
why
I
we
rolled
take
at the same time.
turns.
Well, it's the
why
one with
we
the plus
take
14
turns
on it,
for this shit.
because it says because Swert had a plus 20. Anyways,
Yeah.
And-
Okay, so
oh,
Tino, I
endurance.
think you did it. Swert, I think
I gotta
you
roll
got
my
yours all out.
endurance,
Okay, Baruch, all right, you go now.
I've already rolled my athletics checks. I got a 20 and a 29.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna
Sorry,
do
Minty,
endurance.
this is gonna be painful.
Well, I gotta roll my endurance too.
Well, so who's doing that part?
Okay, Tino, you go first.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it's not great, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay, now Varuk.
And we're doing 3 endurance checks?
mm-hmm.
Okay. This is gonna be gross because I have a minus on this one.
Oh, we're doing 3 endurance. I only did 2. Okay. I will do 1 more after this.
That could have been worse.
What's my third? 26? Okay.
All right, now Swert.
Wait, I thought I already rolled all my
Sorry,
stuff.
no, I'm sorry. Now Sigma.
Yeah, okay, so remind me, 2 endurance, 3 athletics?
2
Yeah.
athletics, 3 endurance.
2 athletics.
2 athletics. Alright,
Yeah, it's a good thing my athletics is
Boom.
literally 7.
boom. And then,
One of those was a nat 20.
boom.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so to get deep enough to actually get under the sand part and to the clay loamy part, the earth part, so to speak, took a while of fucking digging, and by and large, Y'all did it just a little bit too close to tide time and got washed out for a little bit. It took about 3 hours, including the time that you had to, dig some of it out because nobody in universe can control sand, which is some bullshit. But oh well.
Yeah.
But you guys have finally managed to get down to the incredibly rich clay soil that makes up the majority of the island's geotable. Let me see here. This is going to be an oof. Varuk, you take 1 rank of exhaustion.
I figured.
And Swert, you also take 1 rank of exhaustion.
Oh boy.
Let me go get the rules for how badly we're fucked on that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
It's pretty substantial at the beginning.
Where's
it? Is.
I just type a 1 there.
Yep.
Yep. Huh?
Let me guess. I just doomed us.
No. We just took a -1 penalty to each of our attribute scores.
Yeah. Huh?
For a short rest?
Time for a short rest?
I mean, that's entirely up to you.
I think it's probably a good idea. We just stopped, we were digging for 3 hours. Maybe we should take 5
I think we can
seconds.
afford to. I
We
think we can
haven't
afford
even
to sit around.
gotten to the complicated or fucking. We haven't even gotten to the boss yet, so.
Yeah, I say we rest for a bit. Does that net us any EE?
How long are you guys taking your rest for?
Let's say another 3.
What's that?
Let's say another 3 hours.
Sure.
I think minimum for a rest is like 4.
Another 4.
All right, 4 hours rest.
All right, give me 1 second. What? What is the recharge rate on the chest? That's something I should definitely know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I'm a fucking lame ass nene baby, and I don't know that off the top of my head.
Kring.
Kring, maximum Kring. So while you guys are resting up, the exhaustion is dealt with. You guys are fine. It's you just need a little bit of time to sit down, rest, and not get immediately back into it.
I'm gonna recharge.
You do notice that the psionic star hanging over the island has now turned kind of a weird orangey red color.
How can we see it if we're underground?
You guys are still in the open pit that you guys dug. Because Tino has not actually started absorbing anything yet because you guys decided to wait until... Yeah, you didn't tell me that you were doing that, so that has not occurred.
Just to dig straight down to the clay.
Yep.
I wasn't gonna send it straight down. I was thinking we would just go on an angle.
I mean, it's close enough.
So does it notice us? Is it noticing us directly?
No, it doesn't appear to be terribly concerned with you guys right this minute.
Okay, alright, well, I mean, I thought we had recovered our exhaustion from after we'd finished the digging, but the only thing we can do now is...
You did, but like the whole point was to have Tino absorb the earth so that way you guys could move underground reasonably effectively.
Okay.
But because we had that much sand between us and it.
Yeah,
so the sand, okay, alright. Okay, so it's smooth sailing from here is what you're saying?
I never said that.
It is smoother sailing, is what you're saying?
He never said
There we
that.
go. Anyway, so I'll tell you what, for
My elemental energy is currently at 52, and I've not gained any back.
All Toa, please roll me 2d10.
Yeah.
And whatever the result is how much EE you've recovered.
Oh, hell.
I got 19 apparently.
19 as well. No, the 19 is me.
Yeah, that's above the thing you wrote, Swert. You got 12.
Did I get? Oh yeah.
And then looks like Tino got 14.
All right, so
do you have any resources, Petrus, that you need to replenish?
I already replenished a bit of my UE.
Okay.
so does that mean I just add 10 EE?
You had 12.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you rolled 2d10. and you got 12.
Okay, so
Oh wait,
Okay.
no, this is the E
64
you
then?
were recovering.
Yes.
Yes.
What did you think?
and Kanoe charges is back up to normal, or is that a different thing?
I think those should replenish as normal.
Yeah, those go back to normal.
All right, back up to 46.
46?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. I think he's a Kanoe fighter or something.
Oh, I'm also a swivel warrior. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah. That'll definitely do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
I
invested
made
everything
two
into
new
Kanoe
Suva during
charges.
a
Why
rest,
do you have more
apparently,
than
so I
me?
have multiple Suvas, just for fun.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Do you have any archetype support for your masks, Sigma?
Archetype support, yes, I am an activator. Which
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Oh, I do have
So-
activator levels as well.
I'm also an activator.
I'm up to level
Yeah.
6 on activator.
Also, Lehari, the sheet that I posted is unfortunately it's a little bit behind. I redid the math. Actually, I have 21 KC, which is better than what you can see. But yeah,
We'll deal with that at a later point. Not a big deal.
Get to digging, dirt boy.
yes.
I guess Tino Nui starts at. Well, wait, have we even calculated the distance properly yet?
No, we haven't
Nope.
done anything. We
Have
talk.
fun.
Varuk, my brother, if you would be so kind.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, I thought you were calculating the distance.
Oh, that. Yes, okay, hang on.
Yeah, you're the one with the Runai math boy.
Pop a Kanoe charge. Alright, how is this gonna work? How far do we need to dig?
You need to dig fucking 7 miles.
No, we are walking.
Tino would
We
blow
dug a
up
hole,
like the
we
fucking-
took a nap.
I hate this so
Do
much.
you
We are
want
going-
Tino inflation? Because that's how you get Tino inflation.
Tino's big on Earth. He's just eating all the Earth.
I mean, I
Although-
did say Kirby inhale, so
We're
I
probably
mean,
just
you
gonna
you
need
can
to have
make
to
it. It'll
walk
just take a while.
We're just gonna have to walk it.
So are we going to go back up to the surface another 3 hours?
No, I mean
You're in an open pit,
that was just because it was wet sand.
and you also picked a bad time for tides.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
alright, let's.
Let's just crawl back out of the fucking tide pool and just.
The crab very
Yeah.
much enjoyed the tide, though. I mean, you know,
I'm glad.
he's happy.
I was
Hamburger.
specifically trying to save us time. I feel betrayed.
You could have said. You could have said.
I will note that I am starting to run out of steam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will tell you what. I will tell you what. I'm going to ask something in our chat here. Minty, please do not reflect this, and then we will decide what we want to do from there. But you guys can. Actually, real quick, Varuk, you have blind sense, don't you?
Yes,
So, how far?
100 feet, so long as I'm wearing the Runai.
And you're still wearing it
Of course.
in the hole. And Tino should have something similar because he's a tiller of Earth.
He's got a tremor sense.
Yeah, Trevor sense. How far does his go out?
I think it's like a good 30 feet is the default. This is a new thing. I didn't think about it. It might not be reflected on your sheet.
That's fine. I'll tell you what. So the 100 feet of blind sense does let you know that there is a pretty porous, potentially cavernous void not too terribly far ahead.
Wonderful.
So,
Gee, guys, it sure feels like there's a cavernous void ahead. I don't know why I'm feeling this.
But Varuk can
Tino
feel it.
Why
be
are you
resistant.
feeling this? Yeah.
So, Tino,
I mean-
I guess Tino, what direction is this in?
Inwards toward the island, so south.
Okay, Tino begins to part the earth in that general direction.
all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Roll me 1d6, please.
Oh boy.
Okay.
6. Okay, well, That takes you a full hour, I'm sorry to say, to
Oh my
actually
God.
get to the void. But you managed to get there, and it does turn out to actually be a highly fibrous, that is to say there's a whole bunch of roots laying around in the ceiling cavern that you've managed to get into. It looks like everything is damp and mucky and gross, but the walls of this cave seem to be pressed in and kind of reinforced by the roots, at least so far as a cursory glance can tell you guys.
Question.
Yes?
Just one small question. Were you planning for us to do this?
Of
No,
course.
probably not.
Why wouldn't I? Like, underground bullshit is like half of what you guys do.
Oh, underground bullshit, sure. I thought we were still talking about digging the... We didn't even take time to build a sandcastle, which was, like, stupid. But
Victory Sandcastle afterwards.
after... Okay, I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the crab
Whoa,
will
whoa, whoa.
Yes,
Yes.
hamburger.
Hamburger.
I haven't seen Ikuru in the chat. I'm gonna DM him.
Yeah, please. Anyways, so while we're figuring out what the motoric etymology of hamburger is, yeah, you guys are in the deepity deep dark bullshit place, and yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking around. Lehari, do I hear any spooky underground sounds?
You do. You hear scuttling. You hear
Oh.
you hear dripping. I'm pretty sure you hear like the sounds of Rahi on Rahi violence.
Oh dear, that is concerning. Do I hear echoes?
No, because you are in a forest of roots, and it's dampening any kind of echo that's possible.
I see. I turn
Oh
to
wait,
the
your
GM and
toe of
say,
sound.
Well,
Yeah, your toe of sound. You can kind of feel. You feel very muted in this environment because it's all just mushy dirt and mud.
yeah,
but,
I'm
like-
not having a good time here. I turn to the rest of the team. I say, "Well, gang, I'm out of my element." I feel like a fish out of water.
You know, at that point, can I just bullshit it and say I look like I know what I'm doing?
I mean, sure. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to point at a direction based on what I'm sensing, based around what I'm seeing, and go, I think we have to go that way based on what I saw up above.
I'm guessing the chart we have doesn't have the cave system mapped.
It does not know, but the Runai does also automatically tell you what direction south is. So
Right, and I
know
still had my HUD.
yeah.
which-
So you both know which direction south is.
Right, so at least I can be like, let's just go towards that direction and go from there.
Okay.
Hmm.
So that's what you would like to do. So as you guys move your way down in this very cramped and claustrophobic set of voids and sinkholes beneath the swamp of the north coast of Nurai, eventually it starts to get a little bit rockier, a little bit less damp. Not a lot less damp, but a little bit less damp. Less damp than before. The dampness quotient is decreasing rapidly, precipitously, you could say, as you move south and along the winding pathways of these voids beneath the island, and eventually I die. Bleh.
I bleh.
Yes, indeed. Eventually, as things start to get rockier, you start noticing that some of the stone that make up the walls of these caves, because now they're like full caves, you can actually stand up properly.
Okay,
Because up to
sure.
now it was sort of like a little bit of crouch dealios.
I turn. I brush my hand against the wall. I say, "If there's one thing I know about, it's sound, and these walls sound very smooth. No Matoran carved these tunnels."
I'm just gonna. Ooh, I'm just walking. I'm just walking in somewhere else. I'm going somewhere else away from all that. Pressing onwards.
As you okay, so you guys have moved maybe around about 2 miles underground. It's been very winding. It frankly has felt like 10.
Yeah.
It's just a whole bunch of bullshit. Like a set of living vines tried to steal hamburger off of Varuk's shoulder at one point, and Varuk had to like light it on fire with his light powers. And that's a lot of energy that gets built up with that. So minus like 8 ATUE for you, by the way.
-8. Got it.
Yep. But hamburger is safe. Hamburger is not cooked. He is fine.
Good.
He's clearly the most important thing on this island right now.
Lives.
But after you guys hit around about the 2.5 mile mark in these caves, you start to realize that the caves now have signs of obvious habitation. There are seemingly abandoned little homes, nests. There's bundles of items that anybody would need just to build and maintain a village. So, hammer, nails, wood from above, stone cutting tools, and so forth.
Yeah. I'd like to listen with my elf ears. Do I hear any sounds of habitation?
Give me a perception check, advantage.
Sure. Percepción. That is the wrong chat. This is the right chat. 23.
23?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So yeah, you hear a whole bunch of chittering and a whole bunch of talk and a whole bunch of scratching around and fluttering.
Oh dear.
Like bats, or is it like?
Kind of like that, yeah. Kinda.
All right.
Could be a moth.
I don't know if I have a good feeling about this area, but
Yeah, I'm briefly reminded of my current D&D character, who is a warlock that has only fire spells for the specific purpose of killing things with fire. I really wish I had him here right now. But anyways, all right.
Vibrate their organs out. Don't be a bitch about it. Anyway, so yeah, you guys hear fluttering, you guys hear all this, that, and the other in terms of sounds of habitation. You haven't seen anybody yet for some reason. And that does strike some of you as a little bit odd. But as you guys cross about another half a mile, I want you all to give me a perception check. But instead of your wisdom, I want you guys to use your intelligence mod.
Okay.
All right. That's all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find that right now. Give me a sec.
I'm not proficient. I'm not proficient.
So instead of intelligence, it's wisdom.
No, instead of wisdom, it's intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Well, that
That
fucking
means
sucks. Okay.
Why am I not finding this on my sheet? God damn it.
12.
7.
It's literally on the sidebar.
Yeah, and oh, there, yeah. 8 minus 1, so 7.
Okay. Make it so.
Oh wait, no, is it? Maybe I did that wrong. Was it supposed to be a?
You know what? I'm not going to sweat it all that much. Just leave it be.
Okay. Like my intelligence listed as 12, and then there's a 1 underneath it.
Yeah, that's your modifier.
So it's supposed to be a 13 or whatever. Or not.
No.
Okay.
We're just don't worry about it. Oh, I got it. Okay, so all of you
I just
do manage to feel something, but Tino specifically sees what? Oh, but Tino specifically sees in his mind's eye a large being that has massive clawed hands, wings, and an aura of darkness around him.
Oh, great.
In his mind's
Found
eye.
a Makuta.
I mean, believe what you want to believe. But, and you feel him very, very close by. And in your mind's eye, he turns and looks directly into yours. Into your eyes, I should say.
Great.
The chittering starts getting much, much louder.
Dislike.
Okay,
Burn,
hang on.
fill it with fire.
We don't want to move. We don't want to make too much noise because there's no guarantee it's absolutely positively spotted us. If we all take the
Alright.
hide action,
Is
I'll be
the
able to
chittering
play.
actual sound, or is it bionic?
Kofoy can definitely say that it is actual real sound.
Okay. Can I make a sound dampening field around us?
Well, we're in a tunnel, right?
Mhm.
And it's not directly on us yet, right?
Correct?
Tino, just close the tunnel.
I
Tino
mean,
can close
that-
the tunnel. Tino
That
the
closes
tunnel.
us off. That closes us off from being able to neutralize the threat.
For the
Or
time
learn more
being,
about it.
but he's got tremor sense, so he should be able to tell us when it passes. And
I
then
mean,
we'll
there
be
is
good.
another option. You have light powers, right? Do you have as much
We're
control
only
over it as
assuming-
light? Do you have as much control over it as light pterodax, where you can just shroud us in shadow by absorbing all the light?
Nah, probably not. No, I mean, you have to understand. I just picked up this ability within like the last 80 years. Like this is brand new. I'm still figuring this out.
Yeah.
Things that you can only say in Bionicle.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
Man, I
So,
don't
you
even
wanna
know
go
what
with
this
sound
power
dampening?
is.
you guys can
I don't
do
even-
sound dampening and closing yourself up if you want to make you even harder to detect.
We
You
do
know,
that.
that's
Worst
not
case
bad.
scenario, if it finds us anyways, I just cast a bolt of light and hope that it gets blinded or something. Because it's cave
Yeah.
dweller. So.
I can also just like use gravity well and just push it away in the last case scenario.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we have a couple of last resorts, but I think we got a decent plan.
So let's just close the tunnel and we'll just dampen the sound from it.
Okay. And if that is what you guys decide to do, then you can definitely do that. Tino manages to cut off both sides of the tunnel that you are currently in. Perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But those of you who have tremor sense and who have blind sense can feel the outside tunnels absolutely teeming with living things.
Like the ones we just made,
What you just made?
like right up against the walls, or
They're moving throughout the rest of the tunnels. They don't seem to realize that you are there.
okay.
Well, we have one person who can control Earth. And these things, whatever they are around the Earth. So,
What are you thinking? Tremor sense or something like that? Sorry, I'm really running out of steam, guys. I'm sorry.
We are indeed, yeah. You know what? I honestly think that may not be a bad place to cliffhanger and we can pick this back up.
If I
Yeah.
am feeling better, we can pick it up tomorrow. If I'm feeling better, I'll probably be feeling it earlier in the day.
okay.
So I am currently, my body is adjusted to night shift right now, so it's gonna have to be either real fucking early or it's gonna have to be real fucking late.
Oof.
Right.
So I'll tell you what. We can work something out. And we can definitely...
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really deteriorating right now.
No, I completely understand. Like, about a year ago, I caught something that wasn't COVID, but I literally thought I was gonna die. I know exactly what you're going through right now.
Right. Well, I think for the benefit of the stream, we'll just to save all the party members here out of character, let's pause it here. We feel things around us. That's where we
Yes.
are left off.
Right.
Ooh.
And Liam, feel free to play the video before we go.
Yeah. We didn't really have a plan, so I'm just gonna play this.
Plans. It's a little lame, isn't it?
Well, it
And
allows
Lehari,
for
pay
maximum
attention,
Efficiency.
feels like a
Planning.
nothing at all.
Keep the campaign on track.
Uh-oh.
Okay, don't panic. Remember what
Swert.
said.
If you ever run into Tino,
All you need to do is
Feels like I'm
planning.
nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
stupid sexy.
Tino Nui.
And like that, I think that's where we're going to leave it tonight, I think.
Fair enough. And
I wish I had a better place to play it, but unfortunately, if I don't do it now, it's not going to make it into the stream at all.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. And there's also this.
You also added it.
Bro.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, this is great. I love it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, any final words from everyone to send off Bionicle Day 2022? At least until we come back to this specific thing.
Well, we should probably close off the raffle.
The raffle would be a good idea.
if you wouldn't mind giving me the winner on that
Very
one,
good
please.
point. So, if anyone has any last-minute entries, get them in within the next 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are going to give a few seconds for the delay and close it. Alright, how many winners are we doing today? Just one?
Yeah, just the one for today.
Alright, and our winner is Castlecon.
Hey!
Hey.
So you may not have won the game show, but you won something.
Congratulations, Calf.
Congratulations, my boy.
We will be in touch about that.
Yeah.
Nope, he's on my staff apparently, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
fair
one.
Okay, we're gonna do it again then, unless.
Alright. The winner then is Visage VT.
I'll tell you what, Visage and Calf will get something because that me mentioning that he was on my staff was not a cue to them to run that again, but I will honor both. That's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll go for Calf.
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
we'll figure it out. It's all good.
Yeah.
And with that, what do we think and what do we have to say for this year? Any last minute plugs or anything?
If you wake one, you wake them all.
Yeah,
Clean
that's
it all. It must be cleaned.
Oh.
You guys
I'm
were
glad-
just about to get to the OT reference, but, you know.
Oh, it was Borat.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
figured
Borat.
out.
Oh, damn it. All right.
When we ever get back to that, I'll just label it as Bionicle Day 2022 Day 3 question mark.
I would like to get back to that tomorrow for sure if we can.
Sounds good.
In the meantime,
I'll let you guys know how I'm doing. I'm just
Cool.
I feel like the fever's starting now.
Oh yeah. I get you.
Yeah.
I guess I'll wrap it up then for Bionicle Day stuff. Thank you everybody for sticking around as late as it is. I know, but I appreciate everybody coming out for day 2. I appreciate RSG coming back. What is this? 3rd year in a row now?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
That's about right.
and we'll definitely do it again next year. We don't know what we're going to do with Swert and Tino yet. We'll see if they survive the day.
We might
good.
leave
Both
them in the
in
day.
and out of character.
But aside from this, which we will continue at our when we are all healthy,
Yeah.
happy Bionicle Day, and we'll see you next year, everyone.
Happy Bionicle Day, everyone.
Take care,
Same,
folks.
same bonk time, same bonk place.